Yes, everyone, welcome back to the IrishHotspur, the last watch along of the season. Must say, we're kind of all looking forward to the end of the season, but I am going to be a little sad to say goodbye to you all. When it comes to just Spurs watch alongs, of course, maybe we'll talk at the very, very end of this when we're all saying goodbye to each other, but we are going to continue to do watch alongs throughout so many cool games throughout the summer. But it is the last Spurs watch along of the season. Really have appreciated this journey with you. Dave will be joining me at some point. It looks like he's having a great conversation, I imagine, over with Ashmatic, but I can have a little alone time with you guys. So good to see you all. Lineup, of course, looks like Dave just joined in the call as I was about to, take advantage of that little alone time that I was about to have with you guys. So I'm going to talk about the lineup in just a moment here. I'll bring in Big Dave. Like I was saying, though, to everybody, really good to see you all. Really do appreciate your support throughout this period, and it's been a whirlwind of a season. I have enjoyed it, just growing with you guys, kind of trying to, make sense of, what we can actually build with Ange Postecoglou, because at least in my opinion, compared to seasons in the past, it has at least felt like, at the end of the season, we were more tearing things down still. We were more kind of trying to rip things apart, whereas I think now, we have at least a lot more to build with than we have maybe at least in the past. And perhaps that's a happy clapper opinion just for me in this case, but we are at the end of the season, and I'm probably going to get a little shameless when it comes to some of my more happy clapper opinions. And the lineup today, kind of interesting. It's, not really what, I expected, actually. I kind of thought maybe Ange would still go with some of the maybe changes of players, in the front of three, because he's gone back to the one that at least I feel like, I don't know, is giving me a lot of frustration, but I will go through it here for you all. We do have Vicario in goals. We have Pedro Porro. We have Romero, Dragusin, and Van de Ven. That was a backline that really did work for me against Man City. And I understand that some people were frustrated that Ange Postecoglou did not, try it sooner or work with it sooner. That's totally understandable, but I feel like he's got to be given that leeway to understand which players he can trust in the squad. And he gave Emerson a real go. Just feel like Emerson ended up failing him and showed that he couldn't do that role in the left back position. And Van de Ven has been at least able to show the legs, been able to get up and down the pitch, and has been more of a threat going forward than Emerson has. And we also know as well is definitely just a monster defensively, Van de Ven. And Dragusin, I will say, I understand that people feel like he has suffered, with the in possession with the ball at his feet, but he's not like the worst I've seen. And, for a guy that's so young, I do think he has clearly a lot to work with, especially defensively, just clearly when it comes to his pure power as a defender. I really like that. We haven't had such a monster or a mammoth of a man really in a while now. And we also haven't had a man bun in a long time too. So I am a big fan of the drag. Would like him to come through and would like him to have a good game today, at least in the last game of the season. But I will continue. We have Pop Matasar, Bentancur, and Madison as the midfield. Kulusevski, Sonny, and Johnson. Totally okay with that midfield, right? We don't have much of a future anymore with Højbjerg. This is going to be a Højbjerg testimonial if he gets to see any minutes today. I hope he does get some sort of send-off. I will be very sad to see him go. I might save some of my tears, some of my admiration for the player for a video or something that I might annoy the members with, or even might make it public. But I really will be sad to see our man Højbjerg go, as well as Emerson Royale. I hope we get to see maybe some minutes towards the end of the game. Maybe this is shameless. Maybe this is horrible. But I would like to see some minutes given to Emerson if he is to go as well, because the rumors have been heating up in that regard when it comes to his departure. It feels like every season it's heated up when it comes to his departure, and then he still ends up playing a lot of games. But this season, I do think, or at least this summer, I should say, I do think Emerson might be leaving as well. So will we get any, sad goodbyes for those two? Plenty of people, though, would be, I know, who want much better than them, will be very, very happy to see them go. We might be putting on the sunglasses and popping the champagne like Mia was earlier. But the front three, I'm, kind of a little bored with that rendition of that front three of Sonny through the middle and Johnson and Kulusevski on the wings. I just think they've been so ineffective of recent, and I don't want to bring the mood down or anything like that. And, I hope that they, do at least have finished on a strong note, but I think it has shown that we do need much better than those two on the wings, or at least we need one of them on the bench, and maybe one of them can try to work their way back into it. But they're just both been so ineffective. Ineffective at finishing, off chances, ineffective at being able to play a final pass or a final ball. Also, as well, just taking on their man. They give away possession so much, but I'm not going to try to dig on them too much before they've even played. But it has been frustrating with that front three, and I don't think Sonny, as much as people agree with Dave and I that it's not best suited for him through the middle, he might be one of the best choices we still have, really at least available. I think he's one of the most realistic ones, and he doesn't play as well down the middle, but I think he also isn't helped by Kulusevski and Brendan Johnson's recent form. At least that's just me here. And do really appreciate you guys filing in. If you can for me, do smash that like button. We also have as well, I'll end off on this and then I'll get to the chat here. We have Brandon, we have of course Brendan Austin in goals, Alfie Whiteman, 2 goalkeepers on the bench today, Emerson Royale on the bench, Skip Hoiberg, Jamie Donnelly joins it, Brian Hill, could be one of Brian Hill's last games, you never know. He probably won't get many minutes, though, you would doubt. And then we have Mikey Moore and Dane Scarlett, the Dane Bape. Wonderful to see Donnelly, wonderful to see Moore potentially being given some late minute chance, some last minute, kind of minutes here for the last game of the season. But Dave, looking good, feeling good. How are you, sir? I kind of tried to give my best thoughts on the lineup, going through it, and tried to give my little, piece and, thank you to all the members here. But thoughts on the season?
Yeah, look, first of all, sorry for being late. I was late finishing up on We Are Tottenham TV, and then I needed to go to the toilet quickly, so I do apologise. But I'm here now. I'm feeling good, looking good. Jack, excited. Expecting a good game of football tonight, from Tottenham Hotspur. I'm expecting us to sign off the season in style, and it's an absolute cracking day out there for football. Just in terms of the lineup quickly, don't mind the lineup whatsoever. I'm glad that he's gone with Son back up front for today's game only, even though I'm a big advocate of Son being played out on the left. That might be a case where come 70 minutes might have to put him out on the left to make a couple of changes. We'll wait and see. But I would like to see Postecoglou give Jamie Donnelly some meaningful minutes tonight. This guy's been absolutely superb all season long for the under-21s, and I think he does deserve an opportunity, 20-25 minutes, to sort of showcase what he can provide to this senior team going forward. And I'm delighted that he's been given that recognition. My sort of concerns earlier on, I put out a tweet going, no Donnelly in the under-21 lineup. Wonder, is he gone with the senior team? And seems like my suspicions have been confirmed. So I do hope he gets meaningful minutes. I've seen this guy recreate some of the greatest goals scored in football. His goal against Man United was like Eric Cantona's against Leeds. His goal against Liverpool the other day was like David Beckham's against Wimbledon all them years ago. So he's emulating some of the great goals in the game, and I'm glad we're giving the kid an opportunity. In terms of how I think the season's gone, Jack, look, my expectation coming into the season, I sort of thought that selling Harry Kane would come back to bite us. But it hasn't come back to bite us in terms of league position as the way I thought it would do. I said, look, if we can scrape some sort of European football, I would be happy. We nearly got in the Champions League. It wasn't meant to be. We'll take Europa League with a point today. But look, I think Postecoglou's brought a lot of what the fans have asked for. Okay, you can ask questions, has he got everything right? No, of course he hasn't. But, you have to give him that leeway when he doesn't have a squad that is his. But on the course of it, Jack, I'd look at the players. Has he improved players? Yes, he has. Has he got the most out of players that he's brought in? To a large degree, 99% of them, bar Brennan Johnson. Yes, he has. So for me, I think he is the right guy going forward. And I think once the dust settles after today, of course it's not trophies, but I say to people, where we were 12 months ago under Conte, let's not forget, or towards the end of that tenure, and also what your expectations were heading into this season. I think most people agree we've either matched our expectations or exceeded them, Jack. So I'd say all good season.
I think there's a lot of bonuses, a lot of things to be building off of. Of course, we had many bumps, many embarrassing moments. But that's also kind of my life as a Spurs fan. I don't know about you guys. It's always kind of been that way. And they have just done a fine job with giving us plenty to hope for. But like I said, maybe on the last day, I might be more shamelessly happy clapping than even usual. Shout out Leighton Evelyn. Hopefully you're listening, sir. Good to see you. Spurs fan John. He was in, though, first. Big up to John. Hopefully you're all right, sir. I saw your post on Twitter or something of your night at work. I mean, looked like an absolute nutcase of a show. Looked like an absolute wild place to be. And he said it was a normal night. So hopefully you're all right. Hopefully you're all in one piece, John. Come on, you Spurs, he says. Good to see you, sir. Tony Austin, a member as well. Big up Tony Austin. Final flourish, please. Let's flourish. Let's grab the goals today, Tony. Really good to see you. Mark as well, member of the Mark Army. Sunny through the middle. Going to be a long day. Come on, you Spurs.
Could be.
Mark, I was trying to vouch for Sunny though, right? Like as much as Dave and I had called it from the beginning of the season that it's not his best position, it's not as suited to him as some people might have thought. I do feel like he's not helped out much by Kulusevski and Johnson, really, right? Like they make life harder for him. Like even when he is playing better than usual, or there have been games when I pointed out, Dave, where I'm saying, yes, we get it. Like it's not his best position, but he's not playing that poorly. It's just he's not being helped out by really anybody in the team. And I feel like that's been the case of recent for me, Mark. I agree with you. Sure. I'm trying to say I agree with you, but it will be a long day.
We agree with you, but we've got no options today.
Exactly. Big up, Mark. Mark Army, always strong. Always good to see you, sir. Ribsy85, one last run out for the lads. Come on, you Spurs. I'm going to the friendly in Melbourne in a couple of days, but not expecting much for that. Ribsy, I really hope that we just can, keep our, tonkings or keep our, absolute embarrassment to Newcastle in the UK, just keep it over there and not bring them over to another hemisphere, to another continent, because that would be nice. If we can return the favor to them, actually, in Australia for them, that would be great. But big up to Ribsy85. And
enjoy the game, brother.
I think they're much more frustrated by going than even Spurs are, actually, the Newcastle team. So maybe we could roll them over. Sue Smith says, we haven't got this 5th place signed and sealed yet. Hope they remember that. Don't want any nasty surprises today. Be criminal if we let Chelsea overtake us. Oh, it certainly would. It'd be very embarrassing indeed. Good to see Daniel Larson, Daddy Larson. Really nice message as well in the WhatsApp chat. Appreciate you, sir. Alan Leslie, Scooter Reacts. Always appreciate you, Scooter Reacts. King Hoddle, the one and only King Hoddle. NJ123, Ed Martin, Shemtan. Very funny story with Shemtan earlier, continuing to call Jose the Lo Celso lover. Absolutely love that, Shemtan. Even more respect for you. Dave Janola, good to see you. Martin Knightsbridge, the one and only Martin Knightsbridge, absolute legend he is. Motor City Spurs, N17. Good to see Detroit is in the house. We have Kerry King as well. Good to see Kerry King. Appreciate your support as a member throughout this season, Kerry. And then Tyler, member for 21 months as a fan show member, says, last game of the season. Thank you so much for all the entertainment you guys have brought us. We appreciate the videos and streams more than you could know. Tyler, we appreciate you more than you could know, man. Big T, I think you've been a great addition to our community. You're a very nice guy, very, easy to talk to, well spoken, but means well. Tyler's been a great addition to the community, Dave.
Yeah, big up. Yeah, no, big up, Tyler. Really appreciate it, my man. But look, we'll have plenty of stuff out during the summer. Don't worry.
Big up, Tyler. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. And as I hope you aren't as well. Hennessy's in the house. Good to see Hennessy too. Ed Sweeting, really appreciate your support, Ed Sweeting, throughout this season. Big up to Calvin, Colin Turner, and then Adrian Chia says, thanks for the season, lads. Let's end with a bang. Come on, you Spurs. Adrian Chia, we didn't go with your third kit for the last game of the season, but I would like to end with a bang. Maybe we'll leave with a little destruction at Sheffield. It's been very Spurs of recent, Dave, in recent seasons. They'll end with a huge kind of like drama, meltdown, split of the fan base. Yeah. Everybody's all over the place. And then we'll come up against a Norwich or a Leeds or something, at the end of the season, and we'll just tonk them 5-0 and everybody's happy.
No, look, it seems to be the same every season since Pochettino, Jack, that, ends in spectacular fashion where everyone around Tottenham falls out with each other. What I will say is it's what everyone else wants, Tottenham to be in chaos. We got to ignore that, get back together as one, unite, and plot a way forward. Like I said earlier on in the build-up, Jack, I didn't like the way everything was put on the fans, and fans blaming each other, arguing who's a better fan. It's like a swinging dick competition. It's an absolute joke. For me, it's sort of like, why don't we speak about how we ended up in this position and how we don't end up in this position again going forward? That's what really should have been the fallout from it, not who's the best fan, who supports the club, who doesn't, etc., etc. And that argument, it can be made both sides as well, by the way. It's not just one side. It's
Yeah.
being made from both points of view. But that's one thing I know is that's not the way forward. The way forward is, finding out how we improve so we don't get in this situation again.
Yeah.
Look, let's wait and see what happens, Jack. Hopefully Sheffield wins, or sorry, not Sheffield Wednesday. Hopefully Sheffield United are the perfect remedy for it, Jack. The right medicine.
Yeah. Big up to you, Adrian Gia. I really have appreciated you this season. It's been roller coasters, man, and
Yeah.
we've probably plenty of times said things that people would have disagreed with, that you probably even disagreed with, Adrian, and we appreciate you sticking with us and just, riding out this roller coaster of being a Spurs fan another time and another season. We hope to see you this summer throughout the updates of improving this squad. Dark Sun G, big up Dark Sun G. Come on, you Spurs. Let's score 3 goals and use our youths today. Only 3, Dark Sun G. I've gone for 4. I need 4. I need something like that. I need a big resounding win, Dave. I'll be honest, still slightly nervous that the Spurs team won't make it very easy, won't make it as convincing for us as we would like. But for me, Dark Sun G, I think this fan base, I think you and I think Ange Postecoglou, too, really need a resounding win today. So 3 goals is nice. I would like 4. And he also really wants to see Mikey Moore and Jamie Donnelly come on.
No, 100%. I think, look, we can sit here and we can do the sentimental thing, roll some guys off the bench, give them some minutes, Okay, that's grand, but what does that do for us next season? What does it do for Mikey Moore, Jamie Donnelly's development? I'd argue if Andrew's come out and said that he wants to instill a winning mentality and almost looking forward to next season and what we can do. I think if we stick by that principle, he should be bringing on Mikey Moore and Jamie Donnelly without any hesitations, looking for them to develop them for next season, because we will have to fill out the squad with some youngsters next season to create a squad to be able to compete across all 4 fronts. So for me, if we're looking to the future, I want to see them guys given meaningful minutes, because it's the only way they're going to develop, adapt, learn, so that they can sustain themselves in men's senior football. So I'd like to see them given minutes. However, I'm going to be a bit controversial, or maybe contradict myself a little. I also want to see Højbjerg given some minutes and a send-off, I know I'm arguing about sentimentality, but I think he's been the most used substitution this season, or the most used out of a lot of the guys that we sort of maybe are earmarked to go. So in that regard, I do think Højbjerg probably deserves a few minutes as well, but he's the only one I'd advocate. After that, I want to see more Scarlett, Donnelly be given minutes tonight.
Wow. Well, close your ears, me and Steve D. Me and Dave have vouched for a bit of Pierre minutes, Pierre Højbjerg testimonial. I could spew 1,000 reasons why I would like to see that, but I wouldn't like to annoy too many people before the game even gets started. It's a beautiful day. Last game of the season, everyone. I do enjoy, is it called Super Sunday? Am I forgetting it, Dave? Is that what it's called?
It's called Championship Sunday, or Super Sunday today, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, there's a couple of teams going for the title, yeah.
Yeah, and it's always nice to just end off a season like this in the manner that the British do. I think it's actually one of the best ways to do it. I think there are a few other renditions of it, of kind of ending off the season in kind of a various style, but I do like the way that the UK does it. Have appreciated, like I said earlier, just so many of you guys throughout the season. Of course, we'll probably say, plenty of, our thank yous to you guys. And like Dave said, we're not going anywhere. We're doing plenty of content throughout the summer. It's just it's that transition into something different where Spurs won't be on screen for a while now, and we'll have to talk about rebuilding the squad, rebuilding what Ange Postecoglou needs, and so I actually look forward to that transition. But I will sadly miss the screaming, the raving, the housery that we do on this, Dave and I's fluctuation of the emotions of these watch alongs. So do appreciate you guys, and the last and very one, like I said though earlier, I just need the draw, really, but I think Ange Postecoglou needs a win. I think the fans need a win, and it needs to be a convincing one. It needs to be a convincing one today.
No, I completely agree with you, Jack. Look, what we don't want is just sort of limp over the line, right? We would like to see something a bit more convincing. To shine maybe a more positive light on Spurs heading out of the season, and also something where, we can really get our teeth sunk into improvements and stuff like that, but also to alleviate a lot of the pressure that's been around this week on players, management, staff, fans, on everybody. A good convincing win would sort of put an end to all the shit that's happened this week, Jack.
Yeah. Good to see Dragon D's nuts. Shawnee Maddox, he's called it Survival Sunday. Yeah, maybe so. Lee Harvey, appreciate you. He says, afternoon, Dave and Jack. Just to say thanks for all the good work you've done this season. Loved your live streams. Hopefully a 3-1 today. So many people have gone for the 3-1. Faz Radfire, are you listening? 3-1s everywhere I'm seeing. Good to see Outera as well. We also have Colin Turner, Tottenham LSG, Stephen Wilson, Daniel Borden, Kulisexy Football, Swim Master, Spurs GC TV. Just make sure I'm not missing. And another member of the Mark Army, the other Mark. Big up to you, Mark. Stevie D says, I see some people are still engaged in the... Yeah, I know, Steve. I think we'll try to keep the good vibes, but I am in agreement with you. James Watson, member for 37 months as an elite member, though. Dave says, big up, lads. Thanks for another great season. Best Spurs show out there. Can't wait for new signings this summer. Come on, you Spurs. Dave, 37 months from James Watson here. And as an elite member. James, absolute top support. Appreciate you. I don't know what to say because you've probably been here on this channel even longer than I've been here really on this channel. You know, you probably watched me grow from being, the bumbling tiny yank that I was into maybe a slightly bigger bumbling yank that I am now. Big up to you, James. 37 months of support. Elite as well. I mean, that's really kind. We want to try to pay you back and give you much better content and much better stuff for that elite membership as well. But another great season, another crazy one that you've been able to write out with us. And I am looking forward to a summer transition. I hope we have you there with us, James, for that summer transition of rebuilding out this team. But yeah, Dave, anything to say?
Appreciate the length of the support, my man. It's absolutely insane, and I don't know how I haven't done anything to piss you off yet or something like that. So I really appreciate that, Jamesy boy. Also, I believe that's what in season context, 3 or 4 seasons right there. So that's absolutely madness. And look, new signings this summer will give us more renewed optimism heading into next season, James. So hopefully we get the business done this season. I know Fabrizio Romano said something there yesterday that Tottenham are expecting a big enough summer. So let's wait and see what happens, my man. Big up, James, and let's sign off in style, lad.
Massive salute to you, sir. Hennessy says, thank you for another season of content. Thank you, Hennessy. I saw your very nice message as well in the live chat as well, even before your super chat. Thank you, Hennessy. Appreciate it. And
would love to have this summer.
And yeah, I was going to say, if you're
got his master's degree and everything else, what's his plans now?
I bet you could be still very busy, man. You're a smart guy. I bet you got plenty of people that, need your help. But we, of course, always would love to have you, Hennessy. You have always have a welcome pass here on the Irish Hotspur. Big up to you, Hennessy. We'd love to have you on a show sometime soon. Adrian Chia says, hated my super chat curse. Glad the season is ending now. Yeah, I think what's nice, Adrian, is with the new season, if you are a superstitious person, usually a lot of it gets wiped away. You get new superstitions to have to work with for the next one. So I agree, man. I'm looking forward to the super chat curse not happening anymore with you because that was rough. That was rough. So many times you would throw in something positive and then immediately we would concede and I would have to awkwardly address you every time afterwards. I always felt bad. Big up, Adrian. Really appreciate you, sir.
Big up, Adrian. Big up, my man. You've been a good laugh throughout the season. Yeah. Really appreciate it. So have all of you guys. Yous are all legends. But look, we are about to get kicked off. What I will say is, though, there's 300 people watching in house and only 30 likes. Now, I failed maths in school, and I'm no mathematician, as you can see. But, I mean, something quite doesn't add up. That's not even a 70% ratio. So, guys, please, let's smash that like button. Let's raise them. But look, also, let's try and all enjoy this game together. One big last watch along, plenty of interaction. Let's see how we do, guys. Come on, you Spurs. Let's fucking go.
Big up, Brian Dempsey. Good to see you, sir. And then last, and certainly not least, Georgie Hill and Lazy 8. And Lazy 8 has also helped us out a lot this season. Everybody's really helped us out. And big up to Nick. So if you can, everybody, do remember that he's also been a part of these pre-match build-ups, these watch-alongs. Just any time that we need an emergency thing from the guy, he really steps in lots of moments. So big up to Nick.
Yeah, big up, Nick. Really appreciate you this season, my man.
Well, get this started. Get this ready here, everyone.
Come on, let's bloody go. 4 or 5 goals today, be lovely.
And we have kicked off. They, for some reason, panned away the moment that they were about to kick it.
Typical. They're anti-Spurs.
Oh, no. Pedro Porro already down on the ground. They've already taken out Pedro. Within 10 seconds, we have a... How's that possible?
I don't think Sheffield United's players got the memo, Jack. It's the last game of the season. You're not supposed to injure each other.
Yeah, you guys are supposed to be on the beach. You're not supposed to be stamping on our players. What the hell?
Oh, wow. I mean, you should body check.
Diaz.
That's a yellow.
Brereton Diaz just, for some reason, forgetting the sport that he's playing.
Big up, Derek Hutchinson. Good to see you. And Dave Ginola as well. Big yourselves up, guys. King Huddle as well. Ilmatic, good to see you all coming in. Davey Clark, Stevie Webb. Really appreciate all you guys. Come on, Spurs. Let's go. Let's get on the ball here.
I like that Bentancur has played again here.
Yeah. Do you know what? I didn't mind his reaction coming off the other day. You know that, Jack. It shows that he cares. It's a massive sort of, difference to what we've seen in years gone by where people go and take the bench and start joking and stuff.
Yeah. Well, and even too, Paul Hotspur said that actually Daniel Levy doesn't even need a demolition guy for any of his new construction projects because Bentancur can just absolutely destroy anything.
Well, that's fair. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Let fans and players and people around Tottenham go in and vent their frustrations. I think you'll find you'll probably demolish a lot of what needs to be done. Sheffield United on the attack here, looking to come down our left-hand side.
So far, no one's really had any sort of control of the ball, but Sheffield maybe with the first opportunity.
But interesting, it looks like we're seeing Kulusevski through the middle, Jack.
Yes, we are. Could be another change that Ange has gone for.
Big game for Kudu. A couple of goals here today could put his name in the ring.
Let me know, Mark Army. Mark Army, was very sad to see this, the Sonny through the middle again at the last stage of the season. Let me know, Mark Army. Are we going for something different? Oh, Dragusin.
No, plays us into trouble.
No.
Oh, what a miss. That's a poor header. Who was that? Dragusin or Van de Ven with the header?
It had to be Dragusin, it looked like. Yeah, it's a bouncing ball. Tries to...
Oh, it's Dragusin.
Gets it all wrong. Gets it all wrong.
It's shocking by Dragusin.
He had to hit it with his feet.
Down there.
No, easily could have been 1-0 down.
Yeah.
Easily. Oh, my Lord.
That's shocking. Jeez, we're lucky that wasn't on target.
Yeah. Woof.
Come on, Spurs. Wakey. Let's go.
What's going on here?
Oh, my God. What we have? Are they all sitting down watching City and Arsenal today or something? Get up off the ground and let's play. Tate. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. Oh, my God. So players are gone so soft nowadays if he's waiting for physio for that.
So Pedro Porro is allowed to just take a elbow to the face within 10 seconds of the game, and they get the whole med team out for that one. Just a little trip, and they get the whole med team out. I mean, Pedro Porro just got clocked in the face.
Yeah. Oh, hilarious. Absolutely
I'm
hilarious.
confused here. I mean, that also just shows how incompetent our med team is. The fact that they just also, seem to not go out at all, whereas the Sheffield United team just are absolutely milking it here.
I mean, it's a joke. They're probably going to clear the local hospital now at this stage. Get the room ready. It's disgusting.
And they're going through the whole medical history.
It's a joke, lad. Oh my God.
They're doing a checkup. Might as well just get his real doctor out.
May as well ask the fans for a survey while they're at it, Jack. Jesus Christ.
Might as well get the real doctor, Dave. I'm confused. It's just not... What are we doing here? What are we doing?
I honestly don't know what we're watching. And he's getting subbed off. He deserves it.
Do you know what it is, actually? Do you know what it is? He must have booked a plane for tonight, to the beach.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? That's what it is. And so he knows he's got to tell, to the missus. The missus and him must have accidentally booked something last minute. And they're just trying to get out of here as quickly as possible. But he knew that there was a chance he was going to get picked today.
Yeah. Oh, it's a joke. That's probably what's happening, Jack. His flight out to Spain is leaving in half an hour. Look, I'm trying to explain it away.
It's actually excellent. If that's the case, brilliant, fair play, excellent acting. Well done.
And you can see him doubling down, trying to explain it to the people when he's walking off. Just get off.
Big up to the artist. Drop kick your teacher. Big red machine. Joff, of course. Joff Taunton from Perth. Absolute legend he is. DYT2, of course. Good to see you. Dave Janola. Scotty Hynam. Skunky Works. Apparently City already 1-0 up with a Foden strike.
Come on. Can't wait to see cross social, watching Arsenal fans explain this one away and cry and everything else.
I wonder if they're doing another pray along.
Oh, you wait to see all the pictures coming out of the Emirates with them all crying. They won't be able to accept it. It's going to be hilarious tonight. Oh, no, Tottenham, you haven't even got going here. It's
Spurs
5 minutes in and we have...
Need to focus on ourselves.
Don't you dare.
Top of the box. Kulu gives away. We also have to
He's
end the
already
season.
got the black short and socks on. You may as well just stick the red and white shirt
Kulu
on
again, kind of bumbling over him here. Yep.
Fair enough.
What is up with Kulu, man? He just loves to give people the best free kick opportunities at the top of the box. He's got to win that. Like, he's kicked through him. What is up with Kulu, man, with these?
Yeah.
I do appreciate that we're just getting out, though. We might as well, last game of the season, just see the best of ourselves and the worst of ourselves all in one go. Just get a nice summarized version of the whole
we'll probably
season.
Want to go one down.
Go one down. We're going to get, a very summarized version of ourselves, in this game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. We'll see the worst and the best. Who was it that said it's going to be a long day? He's probably right. Diaz and Hammer, is it? Is it Hammer, whatever you want to call him? Steps up, it's over the wall, it's on target, straight down for Vicarious throw.
He's insulting Vic's intelligence there.
Yeah. Jeez, a bit of possession here now would be lovely. Let's go.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Spurs put their foot on the ball. Madison. Haven't said his name, haven't said Sonny's name, haven't said anyone's name because we haven't been able to get a foot on the ball. Romero.
He's telling Dragusin to get it forward. Let's go, VDB. Let's go.
Telling the whole left side to get it forward.
Listen to Romy. Madison goes fucking backwards. It's so annoying.
Romero seemed convinced the whole left side needed to do something. He's telling them again, side.
Go down that side. So we'll get it out there. If Madison drops off, takes it and passes it back again, he can go with the other guy.
There he is. Madison finds a bit of space now. Into Kulu. Kulu gives it off, holds it up. Well done, Matters. Well done, Bentancur. Good little touch. Oh, Sar, wake up!
Jesus Christ. Well done, Bentancur.
Oh, unlucky. Sar, wake up, man.
Let's go, Johnson. They play in behind Porro. Porro collects it. Lovely. Well done. Good ball into Johnson.
Okay.
Ref. We'll have a free.
He's barging through him again. Last game of the season, ref. Nothing to play for. What's up with this?
That's better from Madison, though.
Much better.
And he wants the summer. He needs to get back to Australia. He wants to go on holiday. You can see it in him. He needs a holiday.
He's definitely banking on him being... Oh, great switch of play. Into Van de Ven. In midfield.
Give it to Sonny. Where is he?
Just out wide to Sonny. What damage can he do? Let's see, Sonny.
Come on, Sonny.
Plays it out wide to Van de Ven. Great cross.
Oh. Who's that moved away from there? It's not Dragusin. It's not Dragusin up there. What's he doing up there?
I didn't see. I wasn't looking in the box. I was looking at Van de Ven. Yeah.
It's much better from Tottenham Hotspur, though.
Is the stream okay, Dave?
Look how open they were. Oh, good footwork by VDV. Madison picks it up.
Is the stream okay,
Dave? We'll have that, ref. Yeah, it's perfect, Jack up.
Everybody's doing this herd around the ground in the chat. I've loved it.
Yeah, keep us updated with what's going on, by the way, as well.
If it, it would be nice to have our own little... I guess we already do. Plenty of our members are kind of, our agents around the ground.
Yeah.
Sheffield clear it. Romero, finding it hard to deal with.
Well done.
Didn't even look at the lineup for Sheffield. Not even sure who any of these rejects are.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they're all trash. Except for maybe Diaz. But
it's
a great ball. It should be 1-0. Oh, my Lord. It's Vic again. Might have been offside. Might have been offside. It looked like the players
were following the run, though. Who let him go?
guess it wasn't offside.
I think Dragusin let him go there again. Oh, how have they had the two best chances inside 10 minutes? Come on, Spurs, wake up. What a save from Vicario, Jack. He's done that all season long.
Yep.
What a save. Big Vic.
Big Vic Hardy with a huge save there. Ball over the top. Down Poro's side.
Bentancur's trying to
Probably
get
off.
back.
I think he was off, but I mean, just the whole left went off the
Off the
post.
Jesus. That was close. Off the post.
Oh, please
Win
win that,
that.
Sar. Oh. Nearly through there if you won that.
Some Sheffield United are in behind here again.
Playing
Can they
through
keep
us,
it in?
Sheffield United.
Brereton Diaz.
He's feeling like he's prime Messi Diaz today.
Yeah. It's a ball into the box.
Oh,
It's over
another
Poro's
ball over the
head.
top.
Just got away with that. Lucky
No.
bounce ball. Pull back. Romero clears.
Jeez, those balls over Poro's head and over the left back's head, Van de Ven, have been just killing us.
I just don't understand how we're being outplayed by Sheffield United for the first 11 minutes. oh
Oh
no,
my
they
God,
slipped
they're
in behind
playing
here.
in. They're
Oh,
in.
it's a shit touch.
Oh,
We got away with that one.
Romero, Poro. They're
What
playing
is
us out the
happening,
park. I
Jack?
agree, Kamikaze. This is just so sad.
What is happening, Jacko?
He's probably off there as well. I mean,
They're stringing passes together up front like it's no tomorrow. We can't even string two.
it's also bizarre as well because we made Man City rattled with the pressing that we did in the last game, right? They couldn't even play. We had Rodri passing, looking like Eric Dyer in midfield, spraying it out of bounds and whatnot.
Yeah.
Now Sheffield are looking like prime Barcelona against us. Kulu,
Oh, well
show a
done.
bit of strength though.
Let's go, Kulu.
Out wide to Madison. Great pass from Kulu. Into
Out to
Sonny.
Sonny. Let's go. Come on, boy.
Come on, Sonny.
Let's go.
There you go.
Get across.
Ah,
It's
gets blocked.
Well done. That's ours. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, it goes out for a goal kick.
Sonny, just file for corruption. It's blatant corruption at this point. He's got the shorts and the socks matching Sheffield United players. May as well give him the bloody jersey. This referee is corrupt. I'm glad we wore our away kit today, though. Give that one last game. It's a beautiful kit. It's our best one in years.
Yeah, so many of those players look terrific, and it's hard not to look good in that kit.
Yeah. People perplexed in the chat, Jack. They don't know what's going on right now. Neither do we.
It's just a
Lost for words.
It's just a mid off.
no.
It's a crap off, really. It's not even mid. It's just two terrible teams, but surely Spurs can show the best version of themselves at some stage.
I mean, if Madison and Kulusevski don't turn up, they absolutely gaslit the fans heading into the City game talking about winning, and then they're producing this shit today. If they don't turn up today, they've gaslit the fan base.
Okay.
There's no excuse to being outplayed by Sheffield United. I get they've nothing to play for and they're free flowing. There's no tactics today, and it can be a difficult opposition. But Jesus Christ, there's no way when they're on the beach and already relegated should they be outworking us.
Tyler's already saying Mikey Moore and Donnelly should come on. Madison.
Well done, Kulu or Madison.
Okay, ref's not there to help.
He's just
Ref's
one
already
of
on the
them.
beach, and he's also continuing the trend this season. Might as well get them all out here. The referees, hatred of us. Well done, Van de Ven.
Oh, well done, Van de Ven. Good ball as well to Madison.
Madison.
Watch a shit ball to Son. Son does the ball
It's
to
Kulu!
Kulu. Yes! Gimme
on,
a
Kulu!
ginger from Sweden, number 21, and he fucking plays up front. Gimme a ginger from Sweden. Get it, come on,
Come on,
Kulu.
Kulu!
One
Get
game
in
of
there,
strike
son.
and one goal. Let's go. What a finish.
What a finish.
What a finish.
We've been needing that. It's hard to tell if it was bad goalkeeping, but much better finish than we've
What
seen from
tackle by
Kulu
Van
all
de Ven.
season.
Van de Ven, great dispossession, passes the ball into Madison, shit ball to Sonny. Sonny gets it onto Kulu, one touch, bang, and that's how you do it, sir.
Shit ball from Madison, better ball from Sonny. Great finish from Kulusevski.
What a finish, Jack.
What a
That's
finish.
Kane-esque.
Oh, it takes it
I
around.
found my new
Oh,
Harry.
that's lovely. That is lovely. Takes it away from the defender. Far post.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Far corner. Great lucky bounce as well. Not luck, really, but just the bounce he needed, really, when you look at his season. Jeez,
Let's
Kulusevski
go.
needed that.
What a goal. What a goal by Kulu. He's not done. He's got the
Just
quality.
after,
He
I
does
mean,
have it.
this is also so atypical of Spurs because
Yeah.
normally what Sheffield United have been doing, that's what we would be doing. Sheffield United, look at the glorious chances that they have had. They've just cut through us. They've torn us apart, and then they've gone 1-0 down. That's been us all season. That's been us all season. Tearing apart a team, just all these chances galore. You just expect that you're going to be the team to go up. And then Spurs, in this case, no chances at all. Barely have gotten their foot on the ball, and they go 1-0 up. I mean, it's just brilliant.
It's a glorious day to be alive.
It's actually so atypical of us. We've never scored a goal like that in some time. Van de Ven.
What a finish. I mean,
Madison.
What credit to Van de Ven there, though. Madison on the ball here.
Against the run of play. That's the term I'm looking for, of course, King Hoddle.
Back to Bentancur. We're on here for a few goals today. I can feel it. Come on, let's go, Tottenham. You're right, though, Jack. Against the run of play. But look, we'll take it. Sometimes, oh, Lord, oh, no.
Got Dragusin.
Got away with that. Dragusin looking nervous
really
again
testing.
There across the back line.
He has Worldy against City in possession, but then can't seem to do it against Sheffield. You'll love to see it. Romero.
What are we waiting on? What's Brereton Diaz complaining about? Is the referee really pandering and letting him stop the game for that reason?
I mean, referee might as well hold his hips and take him to the
no,
club.
I think there is actually something going on, something proper. What's going on here? Maybe is there a fan down?
Must be.
There's something going on up the other end of the stadium anyway. The players have all brought attention to something.
I might listen.
Listen, see if you know what's going on, Jack. But they're telling people that something's going on up the other end of the stadium.
They all seem incensed that it wasn't addressed sooner.
Yeah, they all seem fuming that it wasn't addressed sooner. I wonder what's going on. Does anyone know? People saying the big question is, can we keep a clean sheet? Someone in the chat, let us know if you know.
Oh, kind of lagging out a bit there.
Oh, I was just saying to people in the chat, let us know if you do know what's going on. Surely they're not just doing this for a water break. Definitely not. There's something going on up in the far end of the stadium there, because they were all pointing to it, all looking down, and like you said, Jack, they seem incensed. Have you got anything on commentary there, Jack? What's going on?
She just, I love this commentator for Peacock, but she keeps saying there's something to attend to in the right stand. She hasn't been that specific.
So I think it's a fan then in the stand, most probably.
Adrian Chia says, to hell with the super chat curse. I'm celebrating this.
He couldn't.
Oh, Dave, you're kind of lagging out. Say that again.
I was saying he couldn't hold it in any longer. He needs to celebrate. I love to see that, Adrian Chia. Pick yourself up.
Kulu as well.
Also, I do hope that fan in the stand is all right.
Kulu as well, Adrian Chia. You never see it. It hasn't. So many Kulu chances wasted this year, man. So many Kulu chances have been wasted, and he buries that one. Brilliant to see.
My big man. I knew he'd deliver between now and the end of the season. I'm delighted for him. My big ginger from Sweden, the new ABBA. Tottenham knocking about here, getting this game underway again. Madison. Across to Van de Ven. Or Dragusin. What do I keep thinking? Dragusin, sorry, not Van de Ven. Look at Romanius.
Or Johnson, that's foul.
It's a foul,
ref. I mean, he's not even, can't even be bothered to lift his arm. The ref, what sometimes these kids, like the guy just got sweeped his legs. And you can't even be bothered to, you can't even tell if the ref even blew his whistle. It's just, it seems different. I'm probably going now down the tinfoil hat sort of road here, but
it almost feels like they don't want to do it. And then
he looks begrudged.
It's disgusting.
He looks so reluctant.
So they're always reluctant. Look, I've got to the point now where I just expect it. I don't think the referees do anything to Tottenham in good faith.
As much as again, I love these watch-alongs with you, everybody. I do love digging out the refs, but I am gonna miss it this year, or I'm not gonna miss it this year. It's actually driven me insane. It's turned me into Graham Souness. It's turned me into Gary O'Neill.
Papa Massar out to Brennan Johnson. Tottenham on the attack here. Can they find another ball? I think Bentancur wanted it and Sarr gave it back to the safe option to Romero. But no, that's one thing, I won't miss over the summers. Relentless breaths of air wasted on referees who don't want to do anything for Tottenham anyway. Good ball.
Come on, Kulu!
Kulu! Oh, save. He's got to finish that. That's easier than the one he scored.
Great ball from Maddison. Nice to see him finally get some space in the midfield. Played a lovely pass through the lines.
It's a great ball.
Great bit of pocket of space he picks up here. Kulu makes the right run. It's a great pass from Maddison.
It's easier than the one he scored, Jack.
Well, it's just on his right side, though, right? It's not going to be...
Yeah.
And Kulu, I don't expect much because, like I said, his finishing has been woeful this season.
Oh, if he wants to be playing through the middle, he's going to have to learn to be more effective on that right foot.
Yeah, or has to be more inventive with his left.
Yeah. Sheffield United on the attack here. Are they going to whip one in? No, they don't. They choose not to. Trying to play it around here. Tottenham trying to get the press on. Good pressure by Tottenham.
I haven't given a sir. I don't know why I haven't, Ned Martin. You're right. I think we need to wake up this ref. I agree. I'll try to remember it. I don't know why I haven't given one yet. Just because he's definitely been needing one. He's been asking for one, and I haven't given one. Big up, Ed Martin. Call me out.
It's getting to the point where it's a waste of breath with these fuckers.
It's a waste of sirs. It's been a waste of sirs this year. Sar. Van de Ven.
Oh, good ball to Van de Ven. Let's go. Come on, Speedy. Come on. Flash.
Oh, he played it behind Sonny. Sonny's too fast for him. Or Speedy left the ball behind him, it looked like. Speedy Mickey.
Yeah, he played it behind him, unfortunately. Dragusin.
Jeez, he's not had a great day of possession today. Like I said, how does he have a worldie against Man City? He's rattled against Sheffield. That's brilliant. He's on the beach. He's thinking of the...
I have a feeling, Jack, he's going to be one of these guys. He's going to test my patience to the limit, but eventually I think he'll get there. I can see it happening. He's going to test my patience, Dragusin, but he'll get there.
He's just so different, though. What I appreciate about him, ball and behind. Let's see what Dragusin can do here. Oh, he's chested it down.
Oh, my Lord.
But this is what he is. This is what he is that Dyer and Davies couldn't do. He can just, he can breathe on a guy, and the guy will go flying. Because he's just so powerful. And that's what Dyer and Davies never had. They could never bully a guy like that. Like Dave, he just pushed him over like he just didn't exist. But he didn't even use his arms. He just leaned on him, and the guy was already just moving away from the ball quickly. And that's what I hope with Dragusin is that we just get so much of that. That just sort of physical domination presence that he brings. Because so many times he shoved over Holland the other day like it was nothing.
No, 100%. I think you're onto something there. I think you're spot on when it comes to his strength and maybe aerial prowess to a degree.
But clunky on the ball, which is different.
In order to be at the top level nowadays, our top team, you have to be able to do the other side of the game effectively. Kulu.
Oh shoot!
Got greedy there.
Pedro.
Poro, go on, please have one.
Oh,
please have one, Poro. Oh no, Kulu in the
Johnson,
way.
Great ball.
Unlucky. But with Dragusin, he has to learn to become better on the ball. Right now, he's looking like Eric Dyer on the ball.
Joseph saying,
Sanchez.
Joseph from earlier, big up to you, Joseph. Have appreciated your support all season, my man. And he says, good strikers finish from Kulusevski. And Joseph, I'm not sure if you were on Dave's train earlier this season when we were persisting with Sonny down the middle. I mean, it wasn't ideal, but I think, Dave, you have said if Kulu kind of ups his finishing, he has the components and he has the attributes to be an effective player maybe down the middle in the modern game.
Yep. No, I did say that. And I was looking at for what we need in the modern game. I think I see very similar assets. He makes, so far up front, he's made good runs like Harry Kane does. I think he uses his body good effect to hold people off. But where he lets himself down is that end product, that finishing. If he could develop that sort of sharp eye for goal that Harry Kane has had and some of the great strikers have, I think he could definitely play there. But I think what lets him down maybe is he's probably going to be where he needs about 6 chances to take 2. I think that really needs to improve. But so far, the experiment's working out. I mean, look, this is why I keep arguing. Any manager that comes into Tottenham, they'd be doing the world of good to hire me, Jack, to be brutally honest.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a shocking
too bad
tackle
your
on Sonny,
passion
by the
is
way.
to be too bad your passion is to be chirpy instead of working in the football administration.
I should probably aim higher, Jack. Do you know what? We need to start up a team, Jack. Me and you become managers.
Oh, let's not go down the Gary Neville path. And I guess we probably surpassed Gary Neville's team. Maybe we just wave him goodbye in League Two.
I think Wrexham have done it already, haven't they? Did they get promoted out of League Two this year?
Yeah, they should. Rob McElhaney and how am I remembering?
Ronius. Good ball. Oh, so close to getting through for Kulu.
Why am I
I'm telling you,
remembering?
Kulu up front works. He's making good runs up there.
Pedro.
Getting into things now. The postman. Benton class. Sar.
A lovely touch from Madison.
That was a
Out
great
wide
touch.
to Sonny. What can he do? Madison.
Go on, Matt.
Back to Sonny. Strange.
Give it to
Madison. Into Sonny.
Give it to a defender. Let them shoot.
Oh, they're just having a game between themselves, Madison and Sonny.
Where's Romero and Van de Ven? Give them the ball on the edge.
Yeah, they'll shoot for us. Romero. Into Johnson.
Oh, Johnson, come on. He is so timid, Johnson.
It has been Kulu down the middle today, though, Dave. You were spot on about it from the get-go that you saw it, and it's been great. It's been great to see that. I like the experimentation.
No, it's worked for us today. It really has actually worked for us today. Like I said, he's just got to become a really clinical finisher. Sonny, unlucky there. It has worked for us today so far with Kulu down the middle. It's like Son has done a great job, but he can't play with his back to goal and stuff like that. Look, there's still a lot of time for it to go wrong for Kulu today, Jack. So we'll wait and see how it goes on. Postecoglou deep in thought there, though. Mickey Van de Ven with the throw-in. God, it's a warm day out there today.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ange, brave, he must be banking on the shadows being, over the manager's dugout. Because he went for a blue long sleeve kind of sweatery look. And, I mean, it must be either not that hot or Ange is really banking on the shadow covering him.
He's from Australia. This is cold for them. Or this is cold for them, Jack.
That's fair, actually. I'm kind of the same. I like it, Ange.
And he's half Greek as well, isn't he? So he's from
I actually
good
like
countries.
it. This is cold for him. I like that. Romero, can you bring it down?
Good take.
Oh, Benton! Oh!
Johnson! Here's someone.
Sonny!
No!
What? Oh my!
Have we not scored there?
Oh my lord! It's actually 2 good shots. 2 great saves, or one of them was a great save.
Oh,
How?
Bendico's just so unlucky.
2 great efforts. Pedro, great ball! No!
Romero!
Oh my lord, Romero! A sitter! Oh, nearly 3 goals.
This is better from Tottenham. This is the football we want to be seeing.
What an effort from Benton class. Sonny, great touch.
Sonny, great take. What a touch.
It's actually the touch that's even better than the finish, really, there.
Yeah.
He probably could have tried. He goes near post. He actually banks on the keeper going the other direction. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But Romero actually misses a sitter here, Dave. He misses a sitter. Oh, my lord. It's like
Can we speak about that ball from Porro, by the way? That's sexy.
Oh, my God. Romero with his best Brendan Johnson impression or Timo Werner impression there. Oh, my lord. Romero. How many goals has Romero missed this season in the last season?
Isn't he not like our 4th or 5th highest goal scorer this season?
He could easily be second or third. If he buried some of the chances he had against Arsenal, against some other teams, like he would have, God, he would have had a hat trick against Arsenal, I remember. Jeez.
Oh, everyone's loving Romero being in there again. We're big Rambam fans over here. I love that.
That's the
I
worst
love
of
that.
his misses all season, though. If all the Romero misses, that definitely has to be his worst.
I want a few of these to go in, though, because I want the likes of Donnelly and Moore to get minutes today. Vicario. Good ball to Bentancur. Well took.
Pedro. Lovely. Sar.
Great ball.
Sar, great
A
ball.
good ball
And
by
Johnson.
Sarr. Johnson, good
Johnson.
touch.
Oh!
Fucking Jesus Christ. What is wrong with the kid? He can't even pass it properly.
Jeez.
How is he ballooning that at Kulu there, Jack? It's just a simple touch.
He had Pedro clean through, too.
So annoying. Pedro Porro. Kulu making them runs that Richarlison was making earlier on in the season against Newcastle, looking for the ball over the top. I like that. Dragusin. Out to Madison. What can Madison produce? I'll call him Mads today. He deserves a nickname today. Mads. Sonny, good ball to Van de Ven. This is beautiful, sexy football, Van de Ven.
Oh.
Tries one from out the left wing.
Why
not?
It's gone for a hell of a cross there, Van de Ven.
I think he was going for goal, Jack.
Maybe. Whose
Oh,
kicks
Lord,
are
who
those?
owns
What are we
Denver's?
doing here? What are we doing here? What's the point of this? Or this
I think
Chris
we've got a
Wilder's?
sneaker fan. The cameraman's a sneaker fan.
Is Chris Wilder a sneaker fan?
Probably. I think a lot of people in football are actually collecting sneakers now. A lot of the players are not. Believe it or not, it's become...
Oh.
Chat, big up Mr. Knight. Really appreciate support and really appreciate you. How are you keeping, sir? Haven't seen you around in a while. Let us know how you're keeping. But he says Spurs have had a decent season. Fifth is very decent, actually. Jack and Dave, you have been brilliant throughout. Congrats to you two. Have a good rest before August. Do you know what, Carl Knight? It's only going to ramp up next season because we're going to have double the games because we will have some sort of European football here. And that was my aim this season. This season has been boring watching other teams in Europe and we are having no games. And at times, you know, we've had, how many periods have we had with 2 weeks off with no game of football? It's been really a weird one. But look, Carl, really appreciate it. And I do think it's been a good season. Like I was saying earlier on in the season, you know, I think Ange Postecoglou has brought the style of football that people want. You know, we sold our best creator and goal scorer and we're still playing well. Oh! Pulls out a good save from Fotheringham. But I do think in general it's been a very good season, Carl Knight. You know, I'm more than happy to go in with Ange. Like I said, I'm in Ange we trust. I think this guy could, you know, given the time, you know, change the trajectory of this club and probably deliver its first trophy since the one with Jonathan Woodgate, Ledley King and Robbie Keane and all them, my man. So hopefully that happens. Big up, Carl Knight. Anything you want to say, Jacko?
Appreciate you over this season, Carl. Thank you for riding with us. Thank you for not hating us at the end of this season. So many of you guys, you know, for somehow tolerating us throughout this campaign. Oh my gosh, no. Just second, Carl, though. You might be the curse.
Sheffield United are in. It's two shit touches.
Carl, we love you so much.
Thank
you were
God.
A blessing, Carl. You were a blessing. Almost nearly had an Adrian Chia moment with you there, Carl Knight. Appreciate you, sir. I think Ange has done so much to give me hope, and he's also as well, I think, delivered what everybody wanted, which was an attacking style of football that does entertain fans and does actually challenge with the very best. We've given so many good teams like Man City, honestly, incredible toe-to-toe efforts where we're playing the same style or brand that they are and giving it an even better crack than they are. And I think that's what Spurs fans wanted, and Ange has delivered it. And I hope he's given even more resources this summer. And hopefully you stick with us this summer, Carl Knight. You don't go anywhere, and you watch Dave and I have a best sense of a go, and we'll try to give you all the news, give you our feelings, our opinions on all the things and happenings of this summer. So we really hope that we get to see you for that, Carl. Big up.
One last thing I'll say, Carl, I'll add to that is one thing I like is, you know, most managers where the market we're in that would be like, oh yeah, I'm happy for a rebuild, you know, whatever else. Postecoglou hates losing and is a winner and wants to get it done as quickly as possible, plus committed and understanding the remit of the job. And you know, I think with Postecoglou, in terms of how much the board are willing to spend per player, I think it actually suits him, which in turn will suit us, because although we want the board to go out and spend so much money, they're not going to do it to a large degree. So, you know, I think Postecoglou is the right guy going forward. I just think it's one of them. You look at Jurgen Klopp, there was questions in his first season or two, was he the right guy? Same with Arteta. But look at the rewards coming out the other end of it. And I think we're under a similar process right now with Postecoglou. Everyone says he's being found out. He's naive. He's sitting fifth in the Premier League today, behind managers only that have been at their clubs longer, Cal. So, and my expectations heading into this season, I think we've had a good season on the whole. Most importantly, European nights will be back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which is what it's synonymous for. So that's the best part. Good play by Tottenham here, though. Madison, as soon as I say that, it's commentator's curse. He's gone back to Madison instead of being Mads again. What a save from Pedro Porro. That was from Fotheringham, by the way.
Yeah, he's actually had a hell of a game, West Fotheringham.
Yeah, he's pulled off a few saves.
And Sheffield United have had a hell of a game to not have equalized or at least scored a goal. It looks like they could here.
Blocked again.
Because as well, if we started, I think we've warmed up, you could say, like started out very shaky, started to warm up. But I mean, it's unbelievable that Sheffield United actually haven't scored.
Yeah, it is. Do you know what, Jack? You know the way they say cat has 9 lives? I mean, that's what it feels like at the minute.
I mean, there's a reason. The real reason they're down where they are is their defense is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
But that's weirdly been their attack today, is also just shown to be as incompetent.
It's another corner in, dealt with by Rambam. Yeah, their attack is completely incompetent. I mean, they've had glorious chances, a couple of better touches they were in.
Romero, Sikulu. Oh, Sonny, please.
What, Sonny?
Sonny, oh, guys, why are we not playing each other, though, there? Why? Like, it's a 3-on-2. It's a 3-on-1, basically. Why are we not playing?
You're right.
Like, why did Romero not play Kulu? Why did Sonny not? I mean, I don't blame Sonny. It wasn't the right pass to Romero, or it's not the right pass to him. Thought he should have played anyone else but Sonny. But then Sonny's got to release that sooner. That is an obvious yellow.
These are a lot of attacking situations that have been frustrating though this season, Jack. That's why we haven't been good going forward, because when we do actually get into great positions, we take the wrong option all the time.
Like, you should be getting a shot on. These are so many of those scenarios this season where we don't even get a shot on goal. And how do you not? Yeah. Like, those are such great scenarios. This is a new one, though, Dave. Only Smoke Grade says, watching the stream from out on the kayak today. I mean, we've heard hot tubs from Rhode Island's finest, P-Dubs. We've seen craziest of backgrounds from Tyler and Rakdos Madness, absolute lovely backgrounds, but a kayak, that's different.
I mean, look, there's a first time for everything, Jack, what I mean? So, absolutely love it. I love the commitment, though, out on a kayak, still tuning in to get the score on the game and stuff like that. Big yourself up. What was the name, Jack? What's he smoking?
It says, I don't know, only Smoke Great. But Dragosin, Dave, he's in behind.
Come on, Radu.
Oh, it's a great ball. Looked like it was right there for Kulu. The cameraman pulled a howler there. He's also at the beach today, the cameraman.
That's shit by Madison.
It's unbelievable run by Dragosin. Didn't look like a bad ball. It's just the cameraman didn't give me a good angle. Just he was so infatuated with Dragosin's run. He had to zoom in.
Romero to Van de Ven. Oh, good play by Radu, though. That's better. He's got that in his locker. Sonny.
He just goes full Aurochs mode like we heard from earlier.
Full Aurochs.
Full Aurochs mode and just red in his eyes, and he just starts chasing towards the penalty area. Like
Tottenham knocking around trying to draw out Sheffield United here. Van de Ven tries to skin his man, gets dispossessed.
No options as well for Van de Ven.
Picked back up by Sarr. These are a little bit sort of lapsing concentrations I don't like. I'd like to see us be a bit more killer, a bit more cutthroat in these positions, Jack.
Yeah.
Go for the opposition rather than this getting complacent. Shit ball by Romero, and he wins it back. Okay.
Romero, not too much time, mate.
Oh,
well done. What a pass out to Kulusevski. God, Romero's brilliant. What a pass. It's a terrible pass from Kulu.
Jesus,
and it's
useless.
terrible from Johnson. They are the useless twins, man. Why does Kulu dribble it all the way out only to pass it 3 yards to Brennan Johnson? And then Brennan Johnson, I mean, can't receive a pass from 3 yards away? It's just the useless twins, man. The useless twins.
Kulu scored today, Jack. I'll leave off.
True. Very
I'm only
harsh.
messing.
Very harsh.
I'm only messing.
That's true. Johnson need to see better, but I mean, that's just
No,
sometimes.
I do get your point, though. I mean, running it 3 yards to the guy and then giving it off to him is something that drives me mad. You know, what do you expect him to do? Also, when you're pulling your marker with him, it's 2-on-1 then. You know what I mean? It's like, I do get you. What do you expect the guy to do there? But saying that, Johnson, how that's gone out for a throw-in, I don't understand.
Wow. Everton aren't winning.
No way! No way! Don't do this. No way.
People are saying it's 2-0 Man City. I mean, I couldn't care much about that, but it's more if they lose to Everton. If they lose to Everton, can we get the Arsenal clear out in the stadium? Can the fans clear out? I would love to see that.
I can't wait to see the tears.
The same fan base that starts questioning our mentality, that starts questioning us, they'll probably clear out like it's, a funeral by halftime.
Yeah, and you know what? There's been sort of a narrative sent out this week that you can't enjoy Arsenal's demise, regardless of what side of the fence you sat on Tuesday night. It does not matter. One thing I think we'll all agree on: we can all sit there and enjoy Arsenal's demise tonight. We sit here and act like it doesn't care. But once we get Europa League, what's the next thing we're going to do? Turn to watching Arsenal fans cry, go and watch AFTV and chill, the whole lot. And I, for one, will be reveling in it as soon as we're finished here.
If Sean Dyche actually gets a draw or a win there, that would be freaking hilarious.
Big up. Oh, I love that. Go on, Dyche boy. Oh, that's class. And they were practicing their titles thing at Everton. Oh, I love it. Remember last year they got the gold kits for this year, thinking they were going to win the league. And then they practiced the title celebrations, but on the build-up to their game today, and they're losing again. What a clown club. Here we go. Mickey V to V. Flash. Goes backwards.
Matters. Sar.
They're going to have to make AFTV 18s plus tonight, Jack.
I mean, I think I'm just going to... Oh, sir!
That's abuse.
He's just... What's his problem, Brereton Diaz? What's this guy's problem? Dude, it's the last game of the season. You conceded 100-plus goals. See, what is this shit that he's been doing all game? What's his problem, man?
That's a yellow card.
What's this guy's deal? Is he an Arsenal fan or something? Like, what's his deal? Dude, it's the last game of the season. Chill out.
What a ball by Romero. Oh, unlucky Romero. Just cut out. Wins it again.
Where's all this passion 20 games ago when you guys actually had something to play for when you're 6-0 down? I mean, geez. Loser. And I hate to say that about a team like Sheffield. I
do agree with you, Tom.
I like Sheffield, but what an idiot. I like Brereton Diaz as well, but I'm actually starting to hate him.
Yeah, I like
Diaz. He's pissing me off. Like, why is he punching Pedro Porro in the face the first 10 seconds? And then why is he just shoving Van de Ven like 8 seconds after he's passed it away? It wasn't even clever. He's just done it like 5 seconds afterwards. And of course the referees like play on. Referees
how he doesn't give him the yellow there, I do not know.
Referees, of course, nowhere to be seen. Jeez, referee, like, again, I'm guessing sets. The referee's just nowhere to be seen there as well. I mean, it's just the most obvious thing you've ever watched. Kulu.
Throw him, we'll take that. No, you're spot on, though. You're absolutely spot on. Just cracks me up. Come on, Spurs. Let's go and get second before half-time.
Skunkworks says he has a double in Paddy Powers for City and Arsenal. Oh, that's funny. He's seen his bet is going through.
Oh, come on, keep that in. Well done, Sonny. Tottenham just knocking about again. I want to see us be more killer going forward. Come on, guys.
Actually, do you know what I think it is, Ribsy? I think Ribsy knew what it is. I think he also has a flight to some exotic beach, tonight, and he's just gone for the sent-off approach instead of just the get injured. Maybe go back to
Spain, won't he? He's only on loan.
He's not going for the get injured approach. He's going for the sent-off.
Yeah. He's begging for it. Good play by Sarr there. Van de Ven, back
If that's
to
the
Sarr.
case, less respect because at least the other player pulled the injury and he did it really well. But
Yeah.
Brereton Diaz's choice of just trying to get sent off, I mean, I appreciate the chaos, but, not as classy.
Sarr picking up the ball here. Good ball. Round the corner. Oh, Lord. Oh. I just want to see us be more killer with the ball. It's almost like we're happy to knock it around now, and that's where you get caught. Go and get the second. Kill them off. Last game of the season.
This is the most, naturally so, Super Sunday, but it is the most hurt around the ground I'm seeing in the chat ever.
No, I'm absolutely loving
Everybody's
the fact
hard
that
at
Arsenal
work.
are losing and City are 2-up. And we're winning as well. It's perfect.
Oh, Sonny's in
Here we go.
behind!
Come on, Sonny. Do not play Johnson. He's useless.
Oh,
He
yeah,
doesn't
what
care.
a
But
ball!
Madison.
Oh,
how
my
did that score it? Son has
Madison!
absolutely rinsed them. Son has rinsed the Sheffield United team there and put man on play for Madison. He's missed it.
Have a
picks it
shot,
back up.
Sonny. Have a shot.
Here we go.
Oh, shoot it.
Porro.
Kulu.
Good ball to Johnson.
Oh, my
blocked.
God, dude. Madison is just like Lo Celso.
How's he not
He's
scored,
like Lo
Jack?
Celso in front of goal, where he loves to just play it on the floor for the finish. You just have to lift it over the keeper, man. He's just set you clean up. He's just set you up. Oh, my gosh.
Scored.
West Fotheringham's on crack today, but
He's 7 yards out. Son has absolutely minced that centre half. Oh, my God, you're right. He's just tapped it along the ground. He's got to lift it there. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my gosh.
How's he not scored? That's a crime. He needs to go and do 100 lines. I will score.
Oh, my God, Madison.
Got them with the corner.
How's he missed?
We should be about 5 up in this half. Could be 5-5, actually.
It would be 5-5, yeah. But so many. There's just so many chances this season just like that have been wasted. Sonny's he's just given him just a perfect sitter. Pedro Porro and Sonny have just set up their teammates with just absolute sitters. And we've somehow missed. Romero's is unbelievable. And then Madison, I'm also just shocked. I mean, that's just... It's hard to tell if even Fotheringham made that even great of a save. He shouldn't be making a save.
Don't get me wrong. Gets out, spreads himself well, but he shouldn't get a touch on that ball.
He shouldn't be
there.
making a save. He shouldn't even be making one. Matters gives it away, but Romero gets there.
It's gone to the stage he can't even make a challenge anymore. The referee just blows up straight away. It's a joke.
No yellow card though from the ref. I appreciate it.
Well, at least he's being consistent in that regard, I suppose. But Jack, I mean, I just thought it's beautiful football again. If we put away these chances, there'd be such different conversations around the football that Spurs were playing and stuff. Because we actually do link up some beautiful football at times. But the finishing is shocking. I mean, he's 7 yards out. The keeper shouldn't even get a sniff of that. That should be in the back of the net, and we should be 2 up.
We didn't even get to the question in the pre-match build-up today, but we did have a question about, we've conceded pretty much the same amount of goals that we did last season. But then we've also scored pretty much the same amount of goals that we did last season. The big thing that was supposed to change was with this new style of play, we're supposed to be scoring more goals. We're creating far more chances. We're creating far more, I think, opportunities, but we just have lost that clinical edge. Obviously, Harry Kane, the big elephant in the room, but we have lost just that clinical edge this season. And it has been weird because under Jose and under Conte, maybe because of also the style of play, sort of, but we were just so clinical. Like we were usually quite clinical with our chances. We didn't usually have to complain very much about us just being terrible in front of goal. We would actually be quite ruthless. We would score goals against the run of play. We love scoring goals against the run of play, in fact. And that's just gone all away this season. We will be the team completely in control, completely in domination.
Look, we'll probably speak about a half-time or that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is supposed to be last game of the season.
On,
Sheffield
Romero
is winding us up. I really doubt Romero's even started anything.
Yeah.
I really doubt he has. Sheffield is just winding us up, man.
Vicario.
I actually love that from Vicario. I actually love that. I'm actually all here for that. Vicario's had that happen to him maybe every game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice that he gets to shove back for once.
Even Romero is saying that. Ref, get away from Vicario. You don't even deserve to speak to him. I mean, you don't do that when it's on the other way around. So fuck off.
I actually love that from Vic. Just basically just picked him up and just threw him to the ground.
Toy boy them.
And he's just
Get
like,
out
get
my
away
way.
from me. It's just like, get away from me.
Get off me.
Especially having Dragusin in between them. It's like having two people. And Dragusin, man, you're too strong. You can't be doing those shoves. Well done, Vic. Having Dragusin in between him and the keeper, you're losing a person in the middle, but it's like having two guys. It's like the strength of two men.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Halftime. Well, once again, I must say, it's with Spurs recently. It's like the Burnley game, not really a game of high quality. But Spurs magically 1-0 up. The fact that it's even 1-0, Dave, that's a ridiculous scoreline for what we've actually watched. It should be, like you said, it should be 5-3 or 5-4 or something. This is a ridiculous game.
No, look, I think I was surprised with the first sort of 10, 12 minutes. Sheffield United played us off the park. But we got to grips with the game. Some would say maybe we scored against the run of play. But what a goal it was from Kulu. But from there, Jack, we've actually created a lot of chances to really sort of put ourselves out of sight. And we haven't taken them. Bentancur's hit the post. Sonny has a shot save. Porro's had one save. Kulu's had one where he should have scored. Madison's had one where he should have scored. We should be out of sight right now. Vicario's pulled off some brilliant saves, and Sheffield United have had their chances. But I think what we're seeing play out in the first half is the tale of the season, Jack, where we're just not clinical enough in front of goal. And I think this is where things need to change. We need to become killers. We need to, every chance we get to go at the opposition, we need to want to make them pay. I don't see that want within that forward line. It's almost like, look, if that happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't see enough drive about it. But can I say, people say Ange Postecoglou doesn't change things. Kulusevski in the number 9 has been absolutely fantastic today. He's making great runs. The goal he took was Harry Kane-esque. And for me, I'm glad we've seen something different than Son up top today. And it's really worked out. So credit in that regard. But I want to see us go out in the second half and kill these off. No more pussyfooting about with them, dropping the ball here, there, and everywhere, trying to course through the game. Go and switch the mentality and end the season the way you want to start next season. That's all I got to say.
It is nice to be up at halftime. Bit of a change. It is nice to also have been the team to have scored first. Also, slight change as well. But it is typical sort of Spurs with the kind of chances that we were giving up, right? Just so unnecessarily, just all over the place defensively, and couldn't get any sort of control of the ball. But that's when we really started to play. That's when we really started to settle down. I mean, we're just carving them open, as we should be, right? Because it is Sheffield United. But they do seem well and up for it for some strange reason. I'm not sure why, but they do seem well and up for it in this game. And we started to carve them open, and it's just this team just doesn't have that ruthless clinical edge with them. They don't have that killer's instinct when in front of goal, or even that sense of calmness or composure, right? There's also with the best of strikers, the best of attackers, they just, even if it's maybe not the best decision or the right decision, they'll still score it, or they'll still find, the right way to get the shot on goal, even if they didn't take it the way that you might have thought they would. They have that sort of confidence in themselves and that ability to start to maybe see the game more, I don't know, in like a slow motion sort of thing, where they can, make these decisions in less of a panicked or even just, I don't know, unsure type of manner that some of our players do. Because when we do watch our guys, it does look panicked, it does look rushed, and they usually just get it wrong. And Madison would be a good example. Like, he's just played clean through there by Sonny. For some reason, first touch is weird. Then he takes it really close to himself and the goalkeeper, plays it on the floor. It's just showing from... It's just typical. That Madison missed chance is just so typical of our season. And he's not the only one, so I'm not even going to harp on him because everybody's done that pretty much this season. But yeah, Dave, I mean, it was a lot of similarities, a lot of things that we have picked up on from this season in general. We're kind of seeing it all sort of summarized here in the course of one game, like I maybe joked about. And even also kind of typical of us is the game that we're watching is very different from the scoreline. And because I would say that the fact that it's 1-0 is pretty hilarious to me, because I think Sheffield should have easily scored first, but then we should have went on and scored 2 or 3. So it's just been such a strange game.
No, it has been. I think what we're seeing right now is a lot of players either not good enough in that sort of department or really out of confidence. And right now, I would sort of go with the out of confidence with a lot of the hiding they've took, where they've sort of lacked maybe that belief that maybe they had going into the season. And that is something with some of the players that are in this squad going forward into next season that Ange will have to iron out. You can't allow some of these players to have that same mentality next season. But what I would say is, because I can already see the headline after the game if we don't come out the right side of this. Well, a lot of the fans straight away, you know where it's going, Jack. They'll all go, well, where's your winning mentality? Straight back at them at the end of this game. So I would say them players will be doing Ange Postecoglou a huge favour if we want to avoid more embarrassment, more fallout and everything else, to really go and kill this game off. And it's now up to the players. Everyone's done their part. The fans have done their part. Ange Postecoglou has done their part heading into this game. It's now up to them. And I would say some of them could potentially still be playing for their future or playing for their place heading into next season. So I think it'd be a good idea for some of them to buck their ideas up a little, and really go out there with that killer instinct. And I think that's one thing that Ange Postecoglou really needs to try and change over the course of the summer. And hopefully, he's picking the right characters to wean out, and the right characters to keep in that regard. Because it's a shame, because like I said, Jack, I think there has been some great patterns of playing, some good football on display to a large degree this season, but it always breaks down in the final third. He actually rectified that. I think a lot more teams will be talking about us, and a lot more teams would be fearful with us. Somewhere along the season it changed where they realised, hang on, that Tottenham line ain't great. It's not great, nothing to be afraid of. And if we really want teams to be afraid of us, that forward line is where it really needs to change. You get that, we win a lot more games than what we have done this season.
It's probably a strange thing to play against Spurs for that reason, because they do really play quite quickly, and they will get deep into your half, and they will look like they are about to score. It's just that you have to, I guess, if you're the opposition, you sort of convince yourself, like, yeah, they actually never make the right decision, or they really often just overplay it or try to make it too perfect, and then they pass up their chances, and they will get it wrong. And if you get everybody back in time, then you give yourself more of that chance to make it harder on them. And they just don't have ruthless enough players up front, and teams really have somehow taken advantage of that. I think you're spot on.
Right now, just quickly, Jack, just to end off this talking point. Right now, heading into the games, right? No team is sitting there going, oh, today's going to be a tough ask. It's going to be, they basically, they go into games right now with belief. They sit there, they go, nothing to be afraid of Tottenham's forward line. Lads, sit in tight. They can outplay us for as long as they want. We'll get our opportunities and we'll take them. And teams are going into games with belief. What we need to do is switch that. Almost like when teams go into games against City. Oh, boys, it's going to be a tough ask. Here we go again. I don't want to be a part of this game. That's where we need to get ourselves heading into games, because you can almost defeat your opposition before the game is even kicked off, which makes your job a lot easier. So the right forward line would do that. And I think that's where, a lot of our problems from goals conceded come, because teams don't worry about breaking on us, because they know that Tottenham don't have it up the other end of the pitch in terms of goals to sort of hammer home or take up. So they take them risks. We get a better forward line, you see a lot of them risks, they don't take them.
Big up to Martin Knightsbridge. He's saying, gotta say, hats off to you for your commitment. Martin, this one, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be, it's really sad to have the last of the Spurs watch-alongs this season. Of course, we're going to be transitioning into plenty of different content, but yeah, it's going to be sad to say goodbye. But I'll be honest, Dave, I think the other games, maybe we should have, it was the other games that were a lot harder. It was the other games that required the real commitment, I think, to pull ourselves through. This game, I do feel like I'm a little bit on the beach, maybe. Like, I feel like I'm a bit more relaxed, more just... more confident, of course, that we're going to get European football, but it's Sheffield United, last game of the season, not much left to really play for. It's just you want to see Spurs win. It's really, really simple. You just want to see Spurs win. And I would say, Martin, there were a lot worse games. There were a lot worse games this season where the commitment was needed.
Yeah, look, I just want to say, Martin, as well, thank you very much for, your support this season. Of course, I had the pleasure of meeting him earlier on in the season when he came over to Ireland to meet his son. Really nice guy. Really, really nice guy. I've got a lot of time for him. He's going through a bit of a hard time at the minute. Got some sad news there, before this weekend. And everybody,
Sorry, Martin.
Martin's been a good member of this community. He makes me smile, and I know he makes smiles, other people smile, at the worst of times. So, if you do see Martin around, just get behind him and check in on him. Big up, Martin. Appreciate the support, brother.
One day, you and me, man, would love to have an Estrella out in España. Big up to you, Martin. Appreciate you, sir. Jerome says we should have been 3-0 up, but again, it's a lack of clinical finishing. Yet looks like the fans are more focused about Arsenal. I'll be honest, Jerome, like I think everybody's just enjoying kind of the Super Sunday, and let's be perfectly frank. Like I'm here to watch Spurs, and I haven't been that enthused about watching kind of the Man City or the Arsenal kind of game. Like I wanted to watch this one, but it is part of the Super Sunday. I think it's just part of people wanting to keep their eye on all games. I've seen even people, bring up the Crystal Palace, being 2-0 up on Aston Villa, a bunch of times. I see where you're coming from. Like, we should just be watching us. We should just be focusing on ourselves today. But I think the majority of even most football fans, even if their own team is playing, are probably watching like the Man City game and are probably watching like the Everton game right now, because that's where there is, consequences, and that's where there's stuff to play for. Probably being pretty defensive, but I do think it's one of those days where maybe it is maybe a bit more loud, at least in my opinion. And then I agree with you, man. I mean, clinical, yeah, maybe we'll touch on that point first. And then he is on something that you and I have been talking about a lot this season.
Um, Look, Jerome, I do hear what you're saying, right? About us focusing on Arsenal and stuff like that. But when you take on this football club, you take on the rivalry. I mean, look, it's hard not to have the banter back and forth with your rivals and stuff like that. But I think there's been a big sort of thing around this week, that you shouldn't focus on any opposition, focus on yourself. Of course we focus on ourselves, but we're also allowed to laugh at the opposition. It's not like we're not allowed to have a laugh or have a giggle at them. Because Jerome, I know yourself, you're going to sit there later on tonight or tomorrow at some point over the summer and have a chuckle at how it's unfolded for Arsenal come towards the end of the season. And I think off the back of, what's happened during the week, I'm a better fan than you are. It's a big swinging dick competition, and it's happening on both sides. At the end of the day, like I keep saying, that shouldn't be the focus of discussion and pulling the heads off each other. What we should be doing is sitting, why did we end up in this situation? How do we not end up in this situation again? And how do we move forward? But look, rivalry comes with football. Tribalism comes with football. Some can choose to ignore it, that's their right, and some can choose to embrace it, that's their right. At the end of the day, we all pay our money to follow this club, whether it's through TV revenue, merchandise, tickets, whatever. It doesn't matter. All filters back to the football club. And at the end of the day, we all have a right to support it how we want. But look, I just think, like I said, we need to move on from what's happened this week, heal as a fan base, and move forward so that we can start demanding the best for Postecoglou, which in turn will give us the best of what we need, and which means we won't have to focus on oppositions and stuff like that as much. But I will just say, if fans want to laugh at the opposition, they're allowed to.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I understand though, Jerome, like, last game of the season, we are just trying to see ourselves over the line here and, end on a high and end on some sort of win that can gives us, Spurs happiness, not just happiness from elsewhere. He says we should have been 3-0 up though, but again, a lack of finishing. It's just been the case all season, hasn't it, Jerome? And if we had if we had just a clinical striker, even Richarlison for this game, we'd probably be one or two more up. But then, of course, the goals that we have scored this season, imagine if we still had a Kane, or if we did go for a Tony this summer or something like that, or brought in even if we had Solanke, right? Look at all the goals he scored in a Bournemouth team. Imagine if he was in the Spurs team, probably would have scored double the amount. It's just we need more goal scorers and we need more effective wingers, because our wingers are just so hit and miss. So hit and miss. Big up to you. Shawnee Maddox, a little sloppy, but we are seeing it come together. Need to pick up the press in the second half. Let's get a lead and a chance for an academy player to score. I was going to bring up your comment before you even sent in a super chat, Sean Maddox, so thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. But Dave, he's saying a little sloppy in the first half, but he would like to see Spurs come out the gates, come out strong, and pick up a goal nice and early in that second half, give us that cushion, and then from there, we can look to see Donley and Mikey Moore come on.
No, 100%. Look, for me, Jack, this is where I get worried a little bit, is when we get a bit sloppy like this, because, look, I'd argue it's actually complacency. You know, you sort of become a bit overconfident and you feel like you don't have to work as hard or probe as hard to go and get that second goal, that it's almost just going to come to you because the opposition are going to change their game plan to come out and suit you. But that's where we end up getting caught, you know, and that's where we have been caught this season. How many times have we been sitting here at halftime 1-0 up, you know, because there was a case earlier on the season where we were going up, but we weren't, with the chances and the possession we have, we weren't killing off teams, and we were being caught towards the ends of the game. And this is something that needs to change. This is where we need to be a lot more killer in possession. Like you say, come out here in the second half, show a good intensity for 20, 25 minutes. Those, you know, who want to rest can come off, bring on the youngsters, and let's head into next season with renewed optimism, my man. Let's go, Shawnee.
And then Orox Beats says we should sign Sheffield's goalkeeper as a backup for Vicario. Wes Fotheringham has had a funny season. He was also one of the top performing goalkeepers in the beginning of the season, and then he had a huge fall off with the rest of the Sheffield United team because they were just conceding goals for fun. And now, of course, he saved one of his best performances of the season for this game as well. He's a funny one, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if he would be a good backup for us because I'm not sure if he's even that great with his feet, if I can remember correctly. In fact, I think he's a little clumsy with his feet. But yeah, fair play to him. He's had an unbelievable game, Orox. He's been ridiculous.
Yeah. No, he's had a good game. Look, Fotheringham's a decent enough keeper. Pulls off a lot of saves and stuff like that, but he's not good enough for what we need. You know, what we should be doing is getting the next guy ready for Vicario as an understudy, someone like Keeley or people like that.
He's a bit like Vicario, though, where he has that just sort of ridiculous reactions and crack-like saving ability from time to time, for sure. Fair play to him. Really appreciate the support, Martin Knightsbridge, Jerome, Shawnee Maddox, and URX Beats. Really appreciate you guys.
Really appreciate you guys. We on the way, Jacko?
Yep. Do you want me to refresh the stream?
Yeah, I might need a new link because it's not letting me do anything here.
Okay.
So I might just need a new link for it, if you can. Yeah, job. Let's see if this works.
Kulusevski. Romero. To Vicario. He's had to pull out I think he's pulled out one or two decent saves today, Vicario as well. For Dragoshin. Nice little left-footed pass around the... Oh, Van de Ven couldn't get there. But what I would say with Dragoshin, everyone, I agree that he will have his sloppy moments in possession. He can look a little all over the place. Dave, is it okay? Looking good?
Yeah, it's. I don't know what's going on my end, but I've got one working, and that's all that matters. Let's go with it.
Are you sure?
Yep.
But it is this stream?
No, it's working now. It's working. I don't know what happened, but it's working now. It's perfect.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
With Dragoshin, though, maybe it's because of his Genoa Serie A days, but when he needs to just get it launched, or when he needs to kind of put it into the air instead of trying to keep it on the floor, I would say he's not bad, actually. He has doesn't have a bad sort of aerial pass on him. Romero!
Oh, what a save by Vicario. What a bloody save. I think he's offside in the end anyway, but what a save.
They have missed some sitters today. I agree, Scooter reacts.
Who was that? Romero. It needs to be stronger there. Maybe you could argue it's great offside trap there.
He is off. He is.
Yeah. Another good save by Vicario, though, nonetheless.
Dragoshin.
I think there's a real talent in Dragoshin. I just think it's going to be a while before it really comes out.
Yeah, he still has.
I think it'll become frustrating and probably test some people's limits.
For sure.
Oh, great turn. Who's that? Benton class.
It's gone for... Oh, I thought someone was there. Nearly.
Oh, go on, Sonny.
Nicely done, Sonny. How does no one pick that up? Someone picked this up.
Don't foul. Don't be a clown.
How? Please, somebody get some foot on the ball. Someone.
Right, let's go and kill them now.
Romero.
Romeus.
Let's do what Sean was asking for, everybody. Let's get a second goal. Let's get the kiddos on.
Let's go. Kulusevski's gone out to the left now, it looks like, with Son gone back through the middle.
Yeah, interesting choice.
Or unless maybe that's just because Son...
No,
maybe that is the way.
Well,
We'll wait and see.
not,
Maybe
it's
they're
only
just
so
filling
many
in for
minutes
each
have
other.
passed. Only so many
Yeah.
minutes. Benton class. Out wide to Mickey.
On to Kulu.
Benton core.
Go on. Why do we keep dribbling it towards them and then giving it off to them at the last minute when they can't do anything with it? Mickey van der Ven. I feel like he's got one screamer or one brilliant cross in him, Jack.
He can only hit them hard.
Sheffield clear it. Romero takes control of it.
Benton
Into
core,
Benton
man
class.
on.
That's a free. We'll have that. Let's get it going again. Come on, Spurs. Let's go and get second here. Boot it off Diaz's nuts. If he doesn't move out the way, just boot it off his nuts. I'll make him get out of the way. Dragoshin. Dragoshin. Mr. Sheen shines what's clean. Vicario. Good ball to Benton class. Benton class onto Romero. Great touch around the corner to Porro. Great
what
take.
A touch from Porro as well.
He's marauding forward here. Can Postman deliver?
It's gone wide to
It's
Sonny.
a great ball to Sonny. Oh, my Lord.
Gets it into
Onto
Sarr. Sarr.
Oh, poor
That's
option,
not on.
Sarr.
Well done, Sonny.
Ref, he's holding him.
Great strength.
He's holding him.
He's got great strength. Well done, Sonny. Porro.
Go on, Porro, have it. Oh.
Johnson. Ugh.
His passing is atrocious, Johnson. Bentancur. Sarr. He took the wrong option when Sonny gave him that ball back that time. Madison, back to Sarr. Someone make a bloody move.
It's amazing the referee doesn't give us a free kick there with Sonny basically having his
so
whole
blatant,
arm.
yeah.
His whole arm is being pulled behind him.
It's disgusting. Carry on.
Porro.
Johnson. Oh, my
Can't
Lord.
get it under control.
Ugh.
Ripsy.
It hurts. It actually hurts.
Ripsy.
What's he saying? I'll have a look
It's
now.
kind of true. It's mean, but true. That's funny. He's on a study
fair
abroad.
point.
He's on a study
Fair
abroad
point.
on learning how to play.
It's disastrous. Good ball to Kulu. Oh, nearly a
nearly.
great touch to get through there.
That's actually
Sarr
so
picks it up.
accurate. I might
What
have
the
to.
fuck
I
is
might
that?
have to steal that, Ripsy, because it really has been that. That's actually nail on the head. Watching Johnson.
We are one of the most infuriating and frustrating teams to watch in
We're just
football at this
Sheffield.
moment in time.
We're just
Do
like.
you know what it is?
We're
We're
just
on the
Sheffield,
cusp
but play forward.
Do you know what's so frustrating, Jack? We're on the cusp of becoming so good, but yet look so shit at times. Honestly, you couldn't write it. It's so frustrating because we're on the class cusp of being good, but it just won't show through.
We just don't play with any sort of conviction and any sort of real quality.
Belief.
But even when we do show quality in the moments that we truly need it, we never have it. Never have it. Ugh. Ribs, yeah, that did make me laugh, though. That was very funny.
Yeah, that was a quality comment. Madison with the delivery. Please get a good one in. Do not put it straight into Fotheringham's arms again. Is it Fotheringham his name? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, West Fotheringham. We do need to be more supportive. I agree, Daniel. I agree.
More supportive of what?
I mean, I'm taking the mick because I'm having, it's the end of the season, but he is here to stay. He's gonna have to suffer through another season with us, and I do agree with Daniel.
No, look, 100%. I get what he's saying, but to be brutally honest, this is where I disagree. My support of Brennan Johnson and me sitting there going, "Come on, Brennan, it's not going to change how he's going to perform. Only he can change that." At the end of the day, we're allowed our opinions. If I don't think he's doing it, he's not doing it. Me sitting there going, "Come on, Brennan," waving the flag, ain't going to make him perform any better. It has to come from within him. There's only so much I could support and give someone, before it becomes absolutely delusional. He's not doing anything, and I have to call him out on it. You can't pretend everything's all rosy. If a player ain't doing it, you're right to call it out. It's all right as a fan.
Benton class. Vicario, nowhere to go. God, he's got that left-footed clearance there.
Wasn't a bad ball, to be fair.
Anytime though that anytime that he's ever stressed me out being put under pressure like that, he's done well this season. See, he's called offside. What's going on? Need to grab a second here.
Big time. Our pre-match build-up was more entertaining in this game.
Yeah, it's turned into a bit more boring of a game. I think the first half was entertaining, to be honest, but the second half has definitely been a bit dull.
Come on, Dragon.
God,
this ball has to go forward.
Just get it out, Vic. Just get it out. Sir! He's just planted one on Vic!
That's a yellow, surely. Oh, look, I can't believe he's in disbelief. I mean, what does he think? It's a yellow card all day. How's he going to the referee remonstrating in disbelief that he's given that? He's clipped him like. James Coffey says, with the super chat, Jack says, making heroes out of goalkeepers is frustrating, and it happens way too often.
Way too often. Well, James, this forward line could make any goalkeeper look brilliant with the amount of shots that will just fire right at them, or where you do expect them to finish, they won't, and they will, make the keeper save it. And yeah, if a keeper's ever struggling with confidence, but they want a lot of shots on goal, they want it to be an active game, I mean, play Tottenham Hotspur, because you're just going to get so many shots on goal, but then all of them are going to miss. So you can get all the confidence in the world from it. I mean, Tim Krul, we know in the past, right? Somebody's maybe a decent keeper with his career, but always just seemed to be a absolute, like Jan Oblak or something against, or like, prime Buffon against us. It was ridiculous. And I can name a few others. Emi Martinez. Emi Martinez has had some great games against us, I remember, as well.
I remember Travers for Bournemouth, the young Irish goalkeeper, made his debut against Tottenham Hotspur and saved absolutely everything that came his way.
That's right.
I mean, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and he's nowhere near to Ireland's number one, nowhere near it at this moment in time. I mean, look, I get what he's saying. Sometimes it's down to bad finishing, but there are other times where I don't know what it is, but keepers just seem to turn up against them.
Great ball. That's a great ball again by Poro.
To Kulu. What can he do?
Please. Come on,
Kulu,
grab a second, man.
Oh,
yes, cross! Oh, my gosh, he has Johnson right there.
What defending?
What happened there?
He got the ball across. The defender got the head in the way before he reached Johnson.
Great ball from Poro. It's just splitting.
It's a great ball by Poro. Kulu does so well. He beats his man on the outside here. Picks, goes, boom. Gets,
it's actually a terrible ball. He plays it behind Johnson. Plays it behind him.
Oh, probably should have put it in and along the ground to him as well. This cameraman is doing everything but showing the fucking game. Oh, two players going for the one ball there.
Definitely agree with you, James. Definitely agree with you. It's been a thing with Spurs.
Yeah.
Oh, well, who was that? Johnson. Good bit of skill.
Especially this
Madison,
season,
sorry. Madison. He's taken a page out of Pedro Porro's book with that move. That's Pedro Porro's move out on the wing there. Big up, James Coffey. Really appreciate it. And then Daniel Larson says, I hear you, Dave. I hear you, Dave. Maybe I'm just having a good heart here at the last game of the season.
No, look, I understand the sentiment behind it, right? I get it, right? And of course we want to be supportive of all our players. But I guess it just comes down to, what you tolerate and what you don't. Me, I can't, when I see the chips down about a player, no problem. If I was in his company, I'd go and speak to him and advise him and whatever else. But There's only so much I can support and give blind support before I just have to go, look, he ain't good enough, he ain't doing it. How do we get him to that level? If you know what I mean, Daniel. I'm not having a pop at anyone, not having a
No,
go.
I know Daniel, though. He gets just as frustrated as you do
Yeah.
with players, and he, can get really frustrated with players. I think, I think it's just, I think I know where he's coming from. I think I see the angle that he's having, but it is what it is. Sonny, though, absolutely rinsing. Madison, please! Oh, my!
Jeez. Jesus, what is wrong?
Oh, no!
Oh, Johnson! Pulls it back!
Oh my Lord! Just show him how it's done, Poro!
Come on, the post,
Show him how it's done!
That's how you do it.
How it's done!
Nah. Pedro Poro. Nah. Come on, get in there.
Oh my Lord, Poro.
Woo! Stamped, signed, sealed, and delivered by the postman, Jack. All in one. What a strike.
My Lord, Pedro. You absolute demon with that finish.
Van de Ven nearly gets reward for the block.
Oh,
Johnson
my
pulls
Lord.
it back. Good ball, actually. Oh, there's no save in that one. Oh, the fans behind the net are lucky there's a net there. Jesus Christ. That's come at him like 100 miles per hour.
How did Madison not finish that into...
I don't know, but what a
Poro.
rocket. Boom.
Oh,
Pick
my
that one
Lord.
out.
Leaves Fotheringham
Keeper
standing.
didn't even see it coming. He's left dazed after that one.
Out of all the ones as well, Dave, he's just, out of all the saves, Fotheringham, Poro just decided just to shoot it through Fotheringham. Just, don't shoot it to his lefters, right?
Yeah.
Just shoot it through him. Oh, my God.
That's how you do it. Pace, power, accuracy.
Oh,
I mean,
my
that's
Lord.
what he's been doing
I need
all
the
season.
angle from behind the goal. I want a better angle from behind the goal.
Jack, I'm going to have to start calling him porno instead of Poro because the stuff that this guy does on a football pitch is just sexy. It just turns me on.
Oh, gosh, Pedro. What a ridiculous finish.
Don't tell me they're going to give this as an
He's
offside.
giving it. Yep, he's giving it. Let's go, Poro. Come on, son. What a finish.
Well done, Poro.
Let's just also touch on for a quick second. We got the goal, but that was hilarious to see. Again, all of our forwards waste, they're just right in front of goal. There's not even a goalkeeper in front of them, and our forwards somehow can't put it in the net. But then Pedro Poro just comes up good there. I mean, absolutely laces it. Oh, my Lord.
We'll just have to sit there and just bow down. Absolutely bow down.
If we could have, I think if we need... Dave, if we just had an 11 of Destiny Udogis, Pedro Poros, Mickey Van de Vens, and Romero's, I think we'd be just fine. If we just had multiple versions of our back line, I think we'd be okay.
Yeah. Do you know what? Just a quick mention on Poro. You're absolutely spot on, Jack. They're our best finishers, our best creators, the most passionate players. You're absolutely spot on there. But, Pedro Poro's been doing this all season long, assisting goals, scoring goals. I mean, that finish is exactly what I'm expecting a striker to do. It's just absolutely unbelievable. Pace, power, precision, accuracy. It's just got the lot. I mean, Pedro Poro, when we signed him, it should have come with an over 18 warning, explicit content warning. Pedro Porno, a.k.a. the Postman. I mean, he just delivers every single week, Jack. I love him. I absolutely love the guy.
Man knows how to deliver screamers, deliver bangers.
We're all Pedro's prisoners. We're all at the hands of Pedro Poro, Jack. Even Team Sherwood is.
Absolute bosh.
That's the right way of saying it. I mean, you could put the bus there. That would have went through the windows. That was unbelievable. Pedro Porno.
There it is. Just what you wanted, Sean. Sean Maddox, can we see the youngsters come on now, sir?
Please give Donny an opportunity.
See Mikey Moore, Johnley come on. I mean, Madison, I agree. Madison has been drunk in front of goal today, like someone said earlier. The two chances he's had. How did he not even get a shot off? Sonny again, Dave, right? He takes it down the wing, rinses whoever that was, just leaves him behind. And then he squares it to Matters, and Matters somehow doesn't get a shot off there.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away with sometimes the forward line.
I don't understand how he hasn't scored.
Our forward line, man. I'm just blown away with them. Van de Ven, though, nearly scored with that deflected whatever that was. It was a great save from Fotheringham. Oh, great tackle from Poro. Into Kulu. On to Madison. Can he see Johnson? Gives it to Sonny. What can he do? Come on, Sonny. Oh, great cut. Oh! I think he had the right shot initially, but he went with the left. Fires it into Fotheringham when he practically had nowhere to aim. Villa losing 3-0. That's insane. Well done, Vic. You all right, Dave?
No, for some reason my screen's gone blank, and it's not on your end. It's actually on my end, and I don't know why this is happening.
In the video call?
Yeah, well, for the game, but it's not on your end. It's on my end, and I'm not sure.
Do you want me to refresh?
Honestly, my computer needs the end of the season more than any one of us Spurs fans.
Do you want me to refresh or make a new one?
Just drop me in another link. It's on my end. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Paul Markey with a super chat. We'll get to that in just a sec. Just going to try to refresh the link here for Dave. Just give me a second here. Mind stalling for me, Dave, for just a second?
Yep. Oh, what a goal by Pedro Porro, though.
Yeah, what a goal.
Absolutely buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing with that. What a strike. What a strike. I just don't understand how Maddison should have had 2 goals tonight. Should have had 2 goals. Don't understand how he's missing that. Let's get to the chat. See what's going on here with the chat. Couple of super chats. Just bear with us.
Just a sec. We'll get that from Paul Markey. Here it
Paul
is.
Markey. Just bear with us, guys.
Here's another link
Our
for you.
computer's gone AWOL.
Here's another link for you. Oh, it's 3. We've missed the 3rd. Fuck.
Well, for fuck's sake.
Oh, we missed the 3rd.
You worry about yourself for a minute, Jack. You crack on. I need to sort this out. Give me a minute.
I'm sorry, everybody. We missed the 3rd there. I was trying to, refresh the link and everything. Kulusevski with a second. It was Sonny with a beautiful ball in behind for Matters. Matters squares it. Kulusevski. What a finish. Actually, Fotheringham. Maybe it came at him too quickly there. It's hard to tell. I wish I would have been able to tell in real time. I'm sorry about that, everybody. That was the worst of timing. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Dave looked very concerned. I was looking at his face, and he just looked like something had happened. And then clearly, something tech-wise did. But sorry about that, everybody. We missed everything there. We literally missed everything. I'm so sorry. Højbjerg onto the pitch. Great to see. I might get to the super chats, though, here. Just catch up in some way that I can. Paul Markey says, 2 biggest disappointments as players this season. Johnson, who's too nice and waste of space. And Maddison is a useless and a passenger since his injury. Listen, Paul, I think I will have to agree with you. I don't want to be that harsh on the guys today. I'm in a similar boat to Daniel where, it's last game of the season. I am just going to probably save some of these harsher conversations about these players, maybe more towards, the summer when it really has officially ended. But for me, Johnson, he's just been so hot and cold, and his quality also really blows hot and cold. And he's not the effective winger that we need him to be, both when it comes to the finishing department and the creative department. I think a lot of his stats, while very impressive, are actually maybe, not the full picture, the full story of the actual player that we are working with and the actual player that we're looking at. That's just me. And then with Maddison, I'll be honest. I think Maddison has actually been almost as much of a flop, if you were to call them flops this season. He was brilliant in the first parts of the year, but ever since that injury, just hasn't been that number 10, hasn't been that guy to take control of games like we need him to. And I'd argue as well that the winger position and the number 10 position are 2 of the easier positions. If I were to have an opinion about what are the easier positions to perform in the Sanj Postecoglou system, I'd say the winger as well as the number 10 are probably some of the easier ones. And Maddison, for me, has really underperformed as a number 10 this season, really for me. But Dave, anything to say, Paul, quickly? These are conversations we're going to be having a lot over the summer here. But Spurs, just a sec.
Oh.
Is the stream working okay for you?
Yeah, I've got it back. It's completely on my end. I don't know what's going on with it. Like I said, my computer needs the end of the season more than anything. Um, but look, I agree with Paul Markey. It's hard not to make the observation that both of them have been underwhelming. You know, the two of them. I'd argue Johnson has been a lot more underwhelming than James Maddison to a large degree, but. Look, again, it's something that they need to work on next season. You know, if you get more players that suit the Postecoglou system way, you know, obviously they're going to be here. Do they look better and stuff like that? It's hard to know. But I agree with you. I think I've been very underwhelmed with the two of them, to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
And it sounds harsh, but look, that's what they produce, and that's all I have to go off.
And then as well, Paul Markey saying two biggest disappointments as players this season. Or a Stoic Walk Beta says, thank you guys for your work. Just paid 60 Australian dollars to watch Spurs for the first time at the MCG. That must be the stadium that they're going to. A great stadium, but not good for the round ball game. Think of West Ham views. Nonetheless, come on, you Spurs. A great picture of what you'll be experiencing, Stoic. I do appreciate that. Thank you, sir. And when it comes to watching Spurs for, fans like maybe yourself and myself who are so far away from the UK, I think you really have to cherish these moments. They really are great. I even once freaked out seeing Spurs play against the Seattle Sounders, that one year. There's that time when they came to Seattle and they played against us, or I think it was an all-star game or something. I was very young at the time, but I was able to see that. Got to one time see Bayern Munich play as well, like some MLS all-star game. Thought that was super cool. And then, of course, at a much older age, was able to see Spurs in person, and I broke down in tears. It was that amazing. It was just, especially I was so lucky to be able to do it. I didn't think I would be able to do that in my lifetime. So for them to go to your country, to go to your city as well, must be amazing. Big up to you, Stoic. I'm glad.
No, it is. It's absolutely amazing. I'm glad that you're going. And look, I've no doubt, you guys out there, everyone, I presume there'll probably be a few travelling over from New Zealand and stuff like that as well. But, I hope you all, give the team a good send-off. I know that Andrew's going to get an amazing reception. And you know what? Like Jack is sort of saying, I remember Tottenham used to come to Ireland, on pre-season for some games or a bit of training or whatever, before all this warm weather training stuff started happening and that. But, it's nice to be able to go to these things and stuff like that. So enjoy the day to its fullest, my man. Get down there early, soak it up, watch the process that they go through before the games and everything else. You'll really enjoy it, and I hope you have a great day, brother. Big yourself up and really appreciate the support, my man. And sincerely, I do wish you the best of days. Forget about the price. Forget about it. It's all worth it at the end of the day. Last thing I will say is I think the MGM is an Aussie Rules stadium, if I'm correct. Very similar to Gaelic football, just played with a different shaped ball. But
I'm sorry you have to deal with West Ham views. That sucks, though. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know
But
why.
I was just gonna say I do watch a bit of Aussie Rules from time to time, my man. Actually, so it's a good sport and that. But the West Ham views, look, it is what it is. What I would say is, bring the starter pack, binoculars, good sunscreen, nice hat, and you should have a good day out. Hopefully you enjoy it, and everyone else that's going, hopefully you all enjoy it. It's a great occasion.
Big up to the Stoic, and then also as well we have Ray Martin. Before the season ends, do you both play? Do you both still play, and in what positions? If you play as a striker, are you successful against low block teams? Unfortunately, not for either of us, Ray. I don't believe either of us are strikers. Neither of us are probably very good against low block teams. Maybe Dave is, maybe more as a midfielder, I'd say, but definitely not me. You could call me, what would be? I'm kind of like, a Serge Aurier of a right back, where I'm pretty clueless. Very much a yank in the fact that, my brain isn't that opened when it comes to seeing the, options in front of me, just sort of sprint down the byline and try to get into the box as best I can. And then also mixed with a bit of housery and naughtiness as well. Probably more of the Stone Age is maybe where I'd belong as a player. But look, I love that, Ray. I do love that.
Look, Ray, I did play quite a bit, actually. I was in academy football and stuff like that. I don't play anymore. I do play.
Nope.
I think there's many people that will vouch for me in that regard. Quick feet, take on players, take on 2-3 players, score goals, stuff like that. Look, I get the point, teams that play low block. But at the same time, from experience being involved in some of these games and stuff like that before, you've got to keep trying banging on the door. Passing it side to side ain't going to do it. And from my experience, there's other players that are making runs or want different balls to be played that will be frustrating and screaming at other guys who are willing to take the safe options and stuff like that. We don't do enough to break them down. And when you do come up against low block teams, that's where you have to make sure your touch is even better, your control is even better, being able to beat a man, find yourself, a bit of room and stuff like that. And I'm sorry, but we make too many excuses for our forward players. A lot of them don't do that to a large degree. They don't find that bit of room that they should and stuff to be able to get on the ball and play. They should be doing a lot better against some of the low block teams and trying a lot more. But yeah, appreciate the support, my man. Hopefully that answers your questions. It is very hard, but with the football that we play, we force the opposition to sit low block, which means we have to come up with a way of beating them. We can't be using that as excuses. And just because, some of us maybe haven't played, it doesn't mean people can't have an opinion on it.
Jerome says, I swear we are so lucky to have faced Crystal Palace when they were in the mud. They are 5-0 up against Villa. I mean, yeah, I don't think Villa have much to play for. That must be part of it. And then Crystal Palace want to just continue this high, this heaven that they are in, Jerome. It's just that, yeah, I agree. I think Crystal Palace are a brilliant team. Eze and Elise, when they're given that freedom, are very, very dangerous players. And Oliver Glasner, obviously not a bad manager, getting the most out of them. Brennan Johnson, with a bit of space. Good ball.
Come on. But big up, Ray Martin. Really appreciate that. You bring me back to my glory days, Ray. Me celebrating, doing some mad stuff on the football pitch with the ball and everything else. Really appreciate that, Ray. You bring me back to my glory days. And big up Jerome as well. So lucky to face Crystal Palace when they're in the mud. Yeah, look, to a degree, we were lucky. I think it was Ollie Glasner's first game, Jack, I think, was when we played Crystal Palace. I think it was Ollie Glasner's first game. So we did, we done well there, Jerome. It'd be interesting to see what they do this summer, whether they can hold on to Eze and Elise and build off that or whether they don't. Be very interesting, Jerome. But big yourself up, my man. I mean, please, all you Aussie guys as well, give me tips on how you deal with this warm weather because I am baking.
Ray Martin as well, just saying thanks for the answer. No, thank you, Ray Martin. Thanks for the curiosity. Appreciate you. Also, I'm glad that you're still trying to find a way to fix Spurs as well, looking for that target man. I'm in the same boat. Emerson Royale coming on. Sonny's gotten stamped on.
That's naughty. Come on, get Donnelly on the pitch.
Someone's asked for a red card, Scooter React says. Red card?
Yes,
it is a red card.
Bye-bye, that's what you get. They've been petulant all game.
They have been petulant all game. They have been very naughty, the Sheffield team. They've been very naughty.
Na. He's
just been stamped on. He must have gotten stamped on.
Hey, good.
Or nothing at all. Or nothing at all.
Get off. That's a penalty then. That's a penalty if he's got sent off. Yeah, that's a penalty. We'll have that. It's got to be a penalty, right? He's punched him. Oh, that's violent.
What's he done there? It's hard to tell. I was actually focused on the guy who was in a headlock in our team.
He got a punch, first of all.
He's just jumped on his foot there. Romero was in a headlock. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell.
He punched him. He suddenly got a punch in the stomach there. Surely that's off.
I thought it was more. I thought it was more that he stepped on his foot, Dave. Sonny seems to not even be that incensed about it. Maybe I'll listen in. He must have
there's
seen
the punch, first
but the referee must have seen something if he's given it as a red.
He's punched him. That's what I see.
Yeah, he punched him. You're right. In the stomach. And stepped on him, but Sonny seems more incensed about his ankle.
Yeah, I think he got caught. I think he caught it off the player behind him when he jumped backwards. That's a red card. They better not be reversing this. I mean, how much longer do they want to look at this? Get him off. Kulusevski with the second goal today, by the way. That's 2 for my man up front. Oh, Lord, they really are. Just get rid of this shit. Please get rid of VAR. It is useless.
I'm not that incensed about it being a red card or not a red card.
Before the season ends. Right, well, there's the launching action. I mean, first of all, it's not launching a rocket into NASA, so that's in itself is what is he doing? That's a red card. Get him off the pitch. Why do we have to keep going through this nonsense? Fuck me.
I mean, if he's been summoned,
If that's given, that's a penalty.
It's not going to be a red. It's not going to be a red.
Is he reversing this? What a chicken. What an absolute chicken shit.
No red. Yeah, can't really get our hopes up for anything. Sonny didn't seem
I guess you're just allowed to salt players now.
Sonny, again, though, did not seem that angry about it. So I wonder how much he really thought it was malicious or how much he thought it was intentional.
Fair, but it's the action. I don't like it.
Oh,
Romero got sent off. Oh, speaking of Romero, think about it, Jack, right? Romero got sent off for kicking the ball first. So anything after that is a red card if they're not touching the ball. So how's that not been given? I don't get it. I'm perplexed. I mean, they're even making me pull words out of a dictionary. I don't even know what they fucking mean. That's how much these referees incense me. Emerson and Skip on, though. Like I'm... What a shocker miss there by the Sheffield United player. Come on, let's go and get a fourth.
James Coffey, odd substitute by Spurs. Players that have no future instead of the young lads. I mean, yeah, I'm a little perplexed why the young lads have been brought on this journey, if not to be given minutes. Also, Oliver Skip is another version as well of kind of what you're talking about. With Emerson and Højbjerg, I wonder if it really is send-offs, like, you know, their last minutes in a Spurs shirt. Yeah. And as much as some of us might not agree with it or maybe not care for it, there is something with managers having to, I guess it's part of the, I don't know, is it part of the unspoken rules or something, Dave? Or is it just part of like kind of just good respect or manners to allow a player to get his final minutes?
Yeah. Look, I think it's a bit shit if you don't get them on the pitch for a few minutes, right? I think, you know, it is a bit shit considering the service they've given the club before you and shit, before you got here and stuff like that. But at the same time, I mean...
Like Skip coming on instead of...
What minutes, what beneficial are these minutes to the likes of Emerson and Skip to what they would be to the likes of Donnelly and Moore? That's what I don't understand. We're 3-0 up. They ain't coming back. You know, we've got this game in the bag. So, you know, if you're trying to blood players in and all, the minutes are beneficial for them. But Sonny's in here. Oh. Cuts it back.
Great what a ball!
What a ball!
Oh, Johnson! My Lord!
I can't speak.
Oh, my God.
I can't speak. I mean, it's on a plate. It's literally on a plate.
What a ball.
If I didn't finish my dinner like that, I would have been grounded by my mother.
Man.
Oh, my Lord.
Sonny could have had 3 assists today. Should have had 3 assists.
I mean, he's 4 yards out.
Should have had 3 assists today, Sonny.
He is 4 yards out. It's like the shit when he missed there a few weeks ago from 2 yards out against Burnley.
This is my thing, actually. I think, this is what I said earlier, I actually think Sonny is really let down by Kulu and him.
Yeah.
I mean, Kulu's had a much better game today, so can't really put him on that bus. But, like, Sonny's actually had a brilliant game today. He should have had 3 assists.
Yeah, and he won't get enough credit because the other guys didn't finish. If they finished, everyone would be talking about Son's performance today. That's the thing.
He's let you down, Daniel.
But that's the thing, you know, score there, prove me wrong, shut me up. You know what I mean? No problem, I'll take it. But I just, honestly, some of the chances he's missed specifically this season has been on the goal line. Like, I mean, it's been harder to miss than it is to score.
Yeah, that was worse than Madison's, and I didn't think it could get much worse than Madison's.
But Johnson has 4 minutes. He had one against Burnley, which practically on the line. He puts it wide of the post.
Yeah, I didn't think it would get much worse than Madison's misses today, but that was worse.
Good tackle. Let's go. Come on, Romius. Lead us. Come on, my leader.
Out wide to Sonny.
Great ball.
Honestly,
go,
just
Sonny.
score for yourself, man.
Yeah, he deserves one.
Just have a hit. Romulus. Into Mickey Van de Ven. Great hold that play. Rom and Mickey.
It's getting to all A time.
Look at Rom and Mickey all the way on each other's side here, playing with each other.
Oh, Madison.
Well done by Skip. Great pass.
Good ball.
Højbjerg.
Come on, Salzburg. You deserve one as well. A nice sign-off goal. Or a whopping assist. Johnson. Good ball around the corner.
He's just got killed off of the ball.
Play on here.
Romero.
Look at Van de Ven. He's begging for it.
Romero. Sonny. Oh, what a ball. By Sonny. What a ball from Sonny.
Pulls it back for Kulu. Nearly going for his hat trick. Emerson Royale with the double step over.
Oh, Sonny again, a great ball.
With the hat trick.
Kulu hat trick. Skip.
Go on, Emma. Have one just for the crack.
Sonny's just dealing these passes. Sonny's turning into Madison. He's doing Madison's job for him.
Oh.
Look at these passes from Sonny.
What a ball that is, by the way.
Oh, he's megged him for that one for Kulu. I thought that
the
was
one for Johnson was unbelievable as well.
Yeah. God, man, he's turning into...
Son's had a great game today. He's going up there for man of the match. For actually once, Jack, we can actually pick a proper man of the match on players who actually deserve it. It's been a long time. What play by Sonny? He's in there for sure. Kulusevski's going in there. He scored 2 today. Come on. This is what we wanted. A good sign-off. 3-0. Let's go and get 4. Romulus. Good clearance. Well held up by Kulu. Great touch and layoff. What a play that is. Who's that marauding forward? Skip. Holy shit. Oh my lord. It's shit. Pass into shit. I mean, Kulu's done all the hard part. Plucks it down out of the air. Makes it look graceful. Lays it off. And he can't even complete a 5-yard pass. I mean, there is really levels to this fucking game. I bet you I think Paul Markey needs a new TV jack after that one. Ooh, Van de Ven got caught there. Is he going to get back up? Sheffield United on the attack. They play one loop of ball in behind. Just goes beyond the on-rushing winger. He has to go backwards. Can we get in the challenge? The ball goes across. Clearance by Dragusin. Salzburg clips a lovely ball out. Kulusevski holds it up. Well done, Kulu. He's had a fucking great game today. Rummy. Onto Dragusin. Tottenham just knocking about here, waiting for the game to end. Emerson picks it up. Onto Salzburg. Salzburg, good ball out here to Sonny. Sonny looking for the overlap. Doesn't use it. Plays it to Madison. Madison, great ball out to Romulus. What can Romy do? It's a great ball. Perfect way into Skip. Skip to Johnson. Johnson gives it fucking away. Skip. Emerson. Hot take. Emerson's better on the ball than Johnson. Here we go. Mikey Moore and Scarlett.
Mikey Moore.
Why no Donnelly? Ribero's coming off. Well done, Romy. What a season. What a bloody season. Oh, no, he's not going off. Sorry, Son's going off. Well done, Son. Great season. Great season.
Great performance from Sonny.
Madison.
Great season.
Okay season. Mikey Moore and Dane Scarlett. Can the young guns go for 1 goal? No, Donnelly. That's pissed me off. Maybe he's being held back for the cup final. Come on, Mikey Moore. Let's go, Mikey.
Where is he? What damage can he do?
I just hope we don't piss about with the ball at the back and actually get it forward into them and give them an opportunity to shine. Dragerson. Into Kulu.
Kulu
Takes too much out of it. Well done, Kulu. Wins it back.
Van de Ven into Kulu.
Back
Great
to Kulu.
turn.
Great turn.
Sees it
Still
to
going.
Mikey. Gets a touch on it. Emerson. Johnson. Skip.
Back to Skip. Back to Johnson. Oh. Gives the ball away. I think he was trying to find Mikey Moore. It was actually a good attempt, to be fair to him. Unlucky it was cut out. Romulus. On to Enter the Dragon. Sauceberg. Zinedine Saucy. Come on, I can feel one here for Scarlett or Mikey Moore. I can feel it.
Van de Ven has been brilliant in possession, I must say.
Yeah. Oh, good early ball by Van de Ven. Unlucky.
Into
Good
Mike,
idea.
into Dane.
Into Dane Mbappe. No Donnelly today. That's upset me.
Yeah. What's upset me is I got nearly every single game right on the Premier League predictions except for fucking Brighton.
No.
I thought De Zerbi would win on his final day. It's pissed me off with that.
What is the scores? What is the scores around the grounds? Let me have a look.
They're all over the place, but I literally got every single game right except for fucking Brighton.
Oh, Jurgen Klopp's getting a good send-off. That shit.
Here we are. Oh, Dane Mbappe slipping. Eight minutes of added time. Clearly,
Come on,
they're
guys.
allowing
Come
us.
on, Mikey and Dane Mbappe. It's a ball in by Sheffield United. Dragerson with the clearance. Well read. Sauceberg, look at that. Great touch. Some of the last moments we might see from him in a Tottenham jersey.
Højbjerg.
Don't produce that moment. Thank you. It'd be such a shit way to sign off, though, Jack.
Romero. Dragerson. Well done, Mikey.
Go on, Mikey. That's
Little
it,
tip of the
kid.
shoulder.
That's what...
Kulu down the line for Mikey. Oh, way. That's hilarious.
Nice drop of the shoulder there, though. Good, well spotted, Jack. Nice and direct. So the one long ball over the top. Can Dragon get there? He's offside, and he does get there anyway. Come on, 6 minutes left for one of the youngsters to sign off with a goal. Emerson. On to Skip. Skip to Johnson. Johnson back to Romulus. To Sauceberg. Back to Romy. Rom over to Dragon. Dragushin. Mikey Moore looks for it. Gets it. Lays it off to Van de Ven. Come on, guys. Give them a chance. They're forward players. Get them on the ball up there.
Nice.
Dragerson, good ball to Mikey Moore. He shows well for it. Runs at them.
Oh.
Ref will have that free kick.
He's ran away from him. Dane Mbappe, he actually should have shown for him, but he's won it back.
Oh, well
done,
back.
Dane. Mickey.
Yeah, that's the enthusiasm we need.
Sir!
Van de Ven. Love that. Come on, give him the yellow. Send him off. That's it, Van de Ven. Kill him. That's it. That's the Romero in him. He's rubbing off on him. Look at that. Go on, Van de Ven. I love to see that in him. The Tiger. That's nasty as well, by the way.
Yeah, this Sheffield team have just been...
He nearly took Van de Ven out of the Olympics for the gold medal in sprinting.
Yeah, get me my 4-0. I agree, Sean.
And people are saying Arsenal can cancel the bus parade. Come on, let Salzburg hit this. Get away from it, Kulu. Let Saucy have it. Let him sign off in style. Top bins. He's walking away. They're going to let Højbjerg have one attempt to get his sign-off goal here, Jack. He's eyeing it up.
What can the sauce man do? Oh, he was eyeing it up. You were right. You knew. Oh, nice little ball in Emerson. Emerson! Oh, sir! Sir!
Please! We want Højbjerg to score before he leaves.
Ref!
VAR. We're pro VAR now. Get it in. Look at it. What move by Emerson?
What a move. It looked like a penalty.
Did look like a penalty to me.
Ember Goat. It's a very boring end to the game here. Lovely to be 3-0, though. This is a clean sheet. This feels good as well. Feels very good. Definitely didn't deserve a clean sheet, but it feels very good.
No, it feels great to sign off with a clean sheet, actually. All little positives you can take heading into next season.
Well done, Romero.
Well, back.
What a warrior.
He's an animal.
Dragusin.
Emerson onto Dragusin. Onto Van de Ven. Emerson. Go on, Emerson. Into Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore picks it up.
Out
Plays it
wide to
onto
Kulu.
Kulu. He wants it back again. Doesn't get it. Kulu goes for the shot. Cross come shot.
Just the something.
I think he was trying to catch the keeper off guard for a hat-trick. Sheffield United fans, they can enjoy another year in the Championship. They pissed me off today. They got petulant with Sheffield United. They deserve to go down now. Vicario, big switcher play. Can we keep it in? Johnson wins the throw-in. Onto Emergold. Rides the challenge. Beats one. Referee, come on, give me a yellow. How many more challenges are you going to let them make on Emerson? Like? He's just doing step overs to beat the band. Drew Zilla says, Dave, one of the best things about today is it would have been a trophy at the Emirates just in case, and they have taken it. They have to take it away. Oh, absolutely hilarious! I can't wait to see all the fallout, the crying. You know, oh, you had a good season. You know, all that stuff. I can't wait to see it tonight. I am one of them saddos. I will revel in it, enjoy it tonight once our season is done.
What skill from Emerson?
That's the same guy that punched him,
dude. What is up with they're like raking our players? They're like raking the back of the legs of our players. Come on, man.
That's the same guy that got a red card a few minutes ago and got it rescinded.
It's not a nice challenge at all.
It's a dirty challenge.
It's like Chris Wilder just told them all to get their red cards in before they get relegated.
Yeah. All the Sheffield United fans heading home early. Where's your class? You should be sitting there, you know, giving them your support, clapping them into next season. It was always a tough ask. No class. Again, another reason why they deserve to go down. Romulus. Another one on Emerson.
Yeah, referee doesn't seem to care.
Sorry, Big Vic. Go on, flick it over him. About 40 seconds. 40 seconds left here. 40 seconds of the season left. Vicario. Dragusin, come on, one more chance. Let's sign off with a nice goal. Late goal here. Salzburg. Emerson. Romulus. Into Skip. Onto Salzburg. Salzburg into Emerson. Good ball. Emerson out wide to Johnson. Come on, deliver something. We want one more goal. We want another goal. We'll have that. That's a corner kick. Or is they giving a throw in? to give it a try. And I think that'll signal the end of the 2023-24 season for Tottenham. And they're going to let us take it. They don't. It's over.
There it is.
Win 3-0 signals the end of the 23-24 season, Jacko.
3-0. That's a happy way to end it. This is what I wanted. I did selfishly want 4. Couldn't get it, but we got the 3-0. We got the convincing win that we needed, that we wanted. Spurs fans needed it. Ange Postecoglou needed it. I needed it. And it feels great. Arsenal as well, I guess, crumbling in their own manner towards the end of the season also adds to the mix. But seriously, Dave, I mean, when it comes to this day in particular, I was just wanting a good vibe, wanting to just end off with a win. I didn't want there to have to be any drama of any kind, of us having to really get that frustrated or that angry with our players. Didn't want to have to do some dissection of the team mentality or anything like that. Just some of the stuff we've had to rationalize, we've had to sort of make a sense of and get our heads around in recent games has been really exhausting, has been really hard. And I just wanted to end the last game of the season having not had, not wanting to do that. And we were able to give ourselves some peace of mind today. And a 3-0 is just the way that Spurs should have ended the season, and I'm glad that they have.
No, look, after the week we've had, Jack, we asked coming into this game, keep a clean sheet, score a few goals, and be convincing. Small steps heading into next season, and we've got that today. We've got the clean sheet, we created a lot of chances, scored some goals, and, it's just a nice send-off, sending us off the season in style, I would argue. A nice sort of send-off into the summer. We can now get behind Ange Postecoglou, focus on squad improvements and stuff, and get ourselves over the course of the summer geared and ready for next season. But look, all in all, it's been a good campaign for Tottenham Hotspur, Jack. We finished 5th this season. I know it's not a trophy and stuff, but what we were expecting at the start of the season, I think it's job done. I will say, I think Kulusevski up front today, that experiment worked. 2 goals to his name. Two very good finishes from Dejan Kulusevski. Absolutely love it. Look, what I will say is you got to take the positives from today. Even if you are disappointed with the season, if that's your preference or whatever, take the positives and the small steps heading into next season.
Absolutely. And today, I think Spurs also gave us a more, how would you call it, like performance that they're clearly not, putting down the manager or anything like that. I think Spurs do have their ropiness about them, but they did get over the line today, and a very convincing win that we certainly needed. I've been pretty satisfied with where we finished. Europa League, Dave, you know me, I'm a sucker for the Europa League. Actually, oftentimes find myself crazily getting more excited about watching a random pair of Europa League teams play than even Champions League teams, and I'm looking forward to us being in the mix of that. It's actually a very difficult competition. I think it's one that is more our level with where we are at with this Ange Postecoglou team, but we'll still come up against some very, very top quality sides. It's not like the Conference League where you do kind of come up against the NS Muras, the random Slovan, Bratislavas, those sort of teams, the FC Karabags, that type of thing. To be fair, Karabag were in the Europa League, but I think people get my point. You do get to come up against still plenty of top quality sides, experienced European teams, brilliant European cities for people to get to go around, all the traveling away fans, and I'm looking forward to see Europa League football, getting to play more often, getting to see Spurs play, and to be in a competition that we haven't been in for a while now, and I think we really could do some damage in if we actually approached it in the proper way. So I am really looking forward to European football. Like you, I was kind of in the 7th, 8th kind of realm of things, whatever that got us, I would have been happy with it. He's definitely gotten well ahead of our expectations, Ange. Of course, with every Spurs manager, a ropey season will have its ups and downs, will have its bumpiness, but we got through and we have something that we can really cling on to with this Europa League and with this team in general. This team, there's so many brilliant, brilliant players in this team that we can cling on to, that we know we can build something around. And that's thanks to also Ange Postecoglou getting the most out of them this year.
Look, what I'll add to that, Jack, is look, we've got a manager that's been in the dugout for a full season. That hoodoo's off the back. So now it means we can focus on rebuilding it in his image heading into next season, which should make us even better. We should finish even higher than where we have with 5th. From where we were 12 months ago as a football club, sort of rudderless, no direction, shit squad. Football, a lot of people were unhappy with it. A lot of people were sort of walking away from Tottenham in their droves because they couldn't take any longer the shit that was going on, because it was one perpetual cycle. Coming out of today's game, it shows me that we are slowly starting to come out of that cycle. And there is something here, like you said, that we can cling on to, that we can get behind, that we can back, that is in the image of what Spurs fans want. On the front foot, possession-based football, trying to score goals. It was going to be a difficult season this season with the changing goalkeeper, changing back line, a changing forward line to a degree, with us selling our best career and our best striker. Ange Postecoglou had a big job trying to get the fans to buy in and believe in. Let's not forget, a lot of the perception around the guy was, he hasn't managed at the top level, this, that, and the other, right? There was a lot aimed at the guy. I think he's proved them doubters wrong, and I think he's proved to a lot of people that he can handle the Premier League. Now it's about Tottenham not continuing to make the same mistakes that they have done in years gone by, and sort of go their own direction in the summer transfer window and go, you work with them. Work with the manager, get what he needs, and let's take this opportunity and let's grab this by the scruff of the neck and really push forward. This could have similar endings or similar results to what Pochettino did, but might actually get us over the line. And I just said this with Pochettino, Jack. If he can get us back to where Pochettino did with giving us a fighting chance, I believe someone like Postecoglou has the right mentality and will have the right way of handling the experience that will eventually get us over the line. But like I said, there's been small positives that we can take out of this season heading in, where we're not making some of the same mistakes and same errors of the years gone by. I get it's not a trophy, but at some point you have to go, look, a trophy was beyond us this season. What are we really looking to get out of it? Changing style of football that suits what Spurs fans want and plays more to what the Spurs way has always been known for. While sort of trying to get back up to the top part of the pyramid of the table, and we're back inside the top 5 now. Just missed out on Champions League football. Yes, down to our own doing, but we were expecting some sort of trial and error in that through over the course of the season. We've gone through a lot this season. We've come out the other side, and it's a good way to end off this season with the 3-0 win, Jacko. Emergency services over there at Jack.
Yeah, emergency services, and I had to readjust my mic for a second there. No, Dave, I mean, so many brilliant things that you brought up there, and I completely agree with the foundations that Ange Postecoglou has been building that you were touching on there. Dark Sun G says, come on, you Spurs, 5th place. Gooners lose, and Villa lost 5-0. I think what really hurts Dark Sun G is to have to see Villa in that position where they didn't have anything to play for, right, at the very end of the season. And that's really more because of the points that we dropped to Wolves, the games in points that we dropped in the Chelsea, Arsenal games, etc. So it did kind of hurt to see that they didn't really have anything. They didn't even have to show up, clearly. They just got absolutely destroyed by Crystal Palace. And had it been a closer game, a closer, position in the table, I think we really could have probably, overtaken them. It's just we dropped points in too many games of recent. And, kind of hilarious, the fact that the Gooners didn't even bother to try. They might have won 2-1, but they didn't make it that convincing, right? And so it is funny that they didn't even, win by 3-4 goals and put all the pressure on City to try to get the job done. The fact that they somehow still, made it life difficult for themselves there, I think is silly. They really should have just gone 3-4 goals up and then just prayed that City just bottled it, I guess, and, put the pressure on them. But I guess they couldn't. Sean Dyche masterclass per usual, loving that. But Dark Sun G, we always know that their stadium empties, like as if someone shouted fire in a movie theater. So I wonder what the stadium's looking like. I bet nobody's left to even, give any support or praise. And as much as, quick rant, Dark Sun G, but as much as a lot of their fans, have just constantly come into Spurs chats like ours and called us weak-minded, weak mentalities, that sort of thing. I mean, I've seen them so many times when their team is this close to getting to the finish line and then they don't get over for whatever reason. Their fans immediately turn their back on them and they walk out of the stadium and they immediately show them the cold shoulder. And I'm not sure if Spurs fans would be of that sort of ilk. I think that's just far too harsh and actually a bit classless, if you ask me, because if you are going to even be honored or privileged enough to be in a title race with a Pep Guardiola team, you must have a damn good team in order to do that. And the fact that the fans turn on them so quickly once it, isn't going for them, once, it's no longer a possibility, is kind of funny to me, because anybody would be happy to be in their position, yet they seem still like it's not good enough for them. Jerome says,
Just,
great. Yeah, Dave, did you want to say something on my
yeah,
rant
just
there?
quickly, I'm just going to touch on something because I already know what the journals are going to write and stuff like that. With Villa losing today, the narrative will be, oh, well, if Spurs would have beat Man City, you know, we would have got Champions League and Arsenal would have lost the league anyway, judging by today. That will be the narrative that'll be painted out there. But before it gets painted out there by journalists and stuff, let's get this straight. We didn't lose Champions League because of the Man City game, because all they're going to do is use that to stoke the flames and keep fans infighting amongst themselves and stuff like that. Don't fall for it, because there's plenty of games fans can pull out the other way and go, okay, well, Champions League could have been lost here to Wolves, here to Fulham, here to Newcastle, teams you'd expect to beat if you want to get inside the Champions League. So, what I will say is I already know what headlines are going to be put out around there. Please, let's not feed into them. Like I said, unity. Asking for the one thing going forward is the way, not ripping each other's head off over the fallout this week. I can already see what's coming and I'm just getting ahead of it. Don't fall for it.
Dave, you're always trying to get ahead of it too often, man. You just need to ride the flow, ride with the roller coasters, man. You need to go with the wave. Jerome says, great last game, and I can go to bed happy now. I can dream maybe, just maybe, Spurs could be Premier League champions in the near future. Come on, you Spurs. Jerome, think about if we had a proper number 9 this season and some better wingers. I know we had ropey games defensively, but so many teams. I really am convinced that we should have been up 2-0, 3-0 at halftime, where we did find ourselves instead 1-0 down, 0-0 at halftime, or something like that. So many games that Spurs, I think, really were the better team, just couldn't get the ball into the back of the net for so many reasons, but really just down to a lack of quality and a lack of real cutting edge. And if we did have guys like Harry Kane left or just other forwards to pick from that were really of top quality like we have had in the past, I think this would have been a very different season. I think we easily would have finished in 4th. Maybe we could have had more of a pop at finishing above someone like a Liverpool as well, but I didn't think it was really on for us at all this season. Even next season, I don't think it's really on for us. I think we'll still have plenty to build on, still plenty to work with, or still plenty to work with and work on. I do feel like, though, there is something special about this, team. The individual players that we have, I think, are of a supreme quality, like our backline, Romero, Van de Ven, etc. But there is a lot to work with this team, and I hope Postecoglou's given the time, given the patience, and, he's a winner. He's won in the past. Let's see if he can win in the Premier League and deliver for us. We need somebody to. We got to give our faith to somebody.
Yeah, look, I completely agree with you, Jack. I think, look, for me, Premier League is going to be a tall ask next season, right? City, it's hard to think that City won't go again, Arsenal won't go again. But hear me out. Jurgen Klopp's dynasty finishes today. Guardiola's, I predict, probably finishes next summer. He ain't got too much left long in his project, and Man City fans know about that, and have sort of been talking about that. We just need to be in a position that when he does walk away and that inevitable decline happens for a season or two, we have to be in a position to be able to go for it. That's what we need to do over the course of this summer. Build this team in that direction that, okay, if it puts us in it and we don't win it next season, grand, but be there when the second dynasty, leaves, aka Pep Guardiola, because it's going to happen, and that's where we strike. But there's no reason why we shouldn't be targeting a Europa League next season. In years gone by, again, fans have been split. Do we take it seriously? Do we not? For me, a trophy's a trophy. Never snub a trophy. Never turn your eyes up in it. That's why I celebrate the Audi Cup and the Tiger Cup and the Water Till Cup, because a trophy's a trophy. But look, for me, there's an opportunity for us to go and pick up an FA Cup, go and pick up a League Cup, take these competitions a lot more seriously than what we have done in years gone by. But that comes with Postecoglou getting the squad, Jerome, because there does come a point usually where we carry a lot of injuries and all of a sudden it's like, no, don't play a strong team here, play a strong team at the weekend, or the argument made vice versa. We can no longer be getting into that situation. But one thing I will say is, Ange Postecoglou is a special guy. You don't have the hard route through football that he's had. Go to your first season in the Premier League and sort of finish as well as he has to a degree in this Premier League. And for me, he's the guy to back. He's got that bit, something special about him. He's got that something that gets people on board, gets them believing them, and gets them following. Now it's up to us to back it, Jerome. Big up, brother.
Tough stuff to ride with him. I still think we're a long ways away, but there is something special being built here for
Yeah.
sure, Jerome, for sure.
Just going to grab a quick drink, Jack.
No worries. Big up, Jerome, though. And I must say to you, sir, thanks for always coming in with your opinion, coming in with your thoughts on the game. I think you're a real conversation starter, Jerome. You do help Dave and I make sense of things, or at least you offer lots of times a similar opinion to what we have. But even if you do have a different one to us, I do think you add to the conversation lots of times. And I said to you earlier, maybe you know, if you forgot or something like that, if you have any time this season, or sorry, this summer, please get in contact with Dave or I. We would love to have a chat with you, you know, over a video or something like that, something you maybe are interested in doing. Or if you do just want to have a Spurs chat with Dave or I again at some point, Jerome, we really do like what you have to say, and we value what you have to say, as do plenty of other of our lovely members in this community. But big up to you, Jerome. We have been missing you, my man, and appreciate your support throughout this season. And Dark Sun G says, Sun ended the season with 10 goals and 10 assists, and we tied and with the most goals scored in the Premier League for Spurs. Next season, we will be stronger and we'll have more games. Come on, you Spurs. Dark Sun G, what I've sort of different to maybe what you're talking about with Sonny, but maybe I'm just, I don't know, kicking a hornet's nest here, trying to start a debate or a fight with everybody. But I have thought it's just so perplexing that people have wanted to sell Sonny after this season. Don't get me wrong. I think he's had his moments, games maybe he didn't show up in, that sort of thing, right? It's not even his best season that I can recall. Definitely not. He still, though, finished inside, I believe, unless maybe something changed, unless some people stat padded in the final game of the season, I think if I have my numbers right, he still was in the top 5 for goal contributions of any Premier League player. So of top 5, that's assists and goals combined. So you got your Cole Palmers, your Odegaards, your everybody. He still finished inside the top 5. So literally cold hard numbers. No, only 1 penalty, right? Or 2. So not even stat padded by penalties. Sonny still finished inside the top 5. That guy that's an off season for him, is what people are calling it. People even are saying, oh, he doesn't look the same. Even Dave, you and I heard that from somebody. He doesn't look the same, as he used to. Even if that were true, still inside the top 5. The guy is of immense quality. 10 goals, 10 assists. We're talking about a great player. And, yeah, Dark Sun G. I'm sorry, I might have taken your thing a slightly different direction, but just Sonny for me, and today especially, a great game from him. I never want to sell the guy. I'll be honest, I never want to sell him. I can never do it. I love Sonny.
No, look, do you know what, Jack? I would say that, the amount of revenue and support that Sun brings with him is probably a blessing in disguise, and the fact that Tottenham will not sell him, for that reason alone. Because I do feel like, I agree with you. There has been conversations popping up, his son finished, is it time to cash in and stuff like that. I can understand the conversation to a degree. You don't want to sort of let Son fizzle out and not recoup anything for him, which I completely get. But I think the one thing we're missing in this is that we're in danger of making the same mistake that we made when we let Harry Kane go. We all thought it'd be beneficial for Tottenham. We'll come out and be better for it. You look at that front line today, over the course of this season, everyone's begging for someone of Harry Kane's talent. The problem with Son this season is he's been played out of position for large parts of the season. We repurposed him, and I feel sorry for him. He's been playing with bang average players in that forward line that aren't on his level. One thing I argued the most over the summer is, how do you think Harry Kane even is going to affect Son? Because if you think it won't, it will. And it has done. The problem is, Son doesn't have anyone else on his level, the same speed of thought, the same technical ability that he can link up with. Right now we're asking Son to go and beat 10 players. Sometimes you have to be able to lay the ball off and be confident and receive it back and just make them runs in behind. And that's what we miss with Sonny. Instead of looking to sell him, what we should actually be doing is doubling down, saying we ain't getting rid of 2 world-class players back to back over the course of 2 summer transfer windows, because it's a recipe for disaster. We should be keeping them and upping the level of the quality of the players that we bring in to play with them and be getting the best out of them. And I think, we're in grave danger of making mistakes that we've made in the past. We can't be this deluded, surely. Son has been absolutely phenomenal this season. Don't get me wrong. I maintain he's not a striker. He's a winger. I've maintained that all season long. But it's about getting players in here that's on his level to play with him, not sell him and make the situation even worse. Because You took Harry Kane's that goes out the teams last season over the course of this season. You had them, we'd be in a much better position. You also lose Sonny this season. Where's the goals going to come from? Where's the assists going to come from? This guy has to stay at this football club. I'm not even entertaining the notion or the conversation of this guy being sold for whatever reason, even for money. People told me, let Harry Kane go, it'd be good for the money. Well, we never properly we didn't use it for Postecoglou to solve the problem, did we? So what good was the money?
Another thing I would just quickly add, Dark Sun G, I think his stats are actually sort of under what they really should have been. Some of the chances maybe he's missed this season, not typical of Sonny, but not even that. Think of the chances he set up for players today. He could have easily had 3 assists today, but didn't end up getting 3 assists. And those were clear-cut chances that he set up for Johnson and Madison today. He should have had 3 assists. And so it makes me think, what if some other games where he's had moments like that, where he's just played somebody clean through and they still didn't score type of thing. And you wonder his assists and his goals and everything could have been even better had he just had more of a competent forward line to work with and work next to him. And next season, you just need better players around him, Dark Sun G, and he will be back to having world-class seasons. But still, I was blown away that he was still in the top 5, Dark Sun G. He really was. Because you do listen to the conversations that we have, and you're like, why would anyone sell somebody inside the top 5? Adrian Chia says, rough season. Thanks for being there, though, all season. Come on, you Spurs. Adrian, thanks for riding it out with us, my friend. We couldn't use the third kit that you love, the Basuma third kit for the final game, because we needed to get the win. It was just too much superstition going on with that one. But I will say, as much as that kit was bad for our performance and for our records, I still think the kits from this year, rare thing to say about Nike, but I do think the away kit this year was great. I actually liked that third kit. It was hard to watch a game of football in. It was really hard to tell any of the players apart from each other, but it was a cool looking kit. I've seen Nick in it. I've seen Tyler in it. It looks good, that third kit. So Adrian, we can at least remember that. The third kit society season. The third kit society season. Big up to you. Thanks for the roller coasters as always, my man. Darkson G says, we need a great summer window to win the FA and Carabao and Europa League. Dave, it feels like, the summer is, one where Spurs need to really look to bring in quality, but also we still have to chip away at getting rid of that deadwood. So which one is more important, or is it kind of both tied together?
Look, it's both tied together, Jack, but it comes down to the ambition of the owner, money in their pocket, or for the balance sheet for the greater good. I've been making this argument a long time. I get the argument, that you're going to lose money if you pay players off and stuff like that. But I've always argued that and weighed it up against ambition. Because, we can find loan moves for some of these players, but not all their wages are being covered, which means we still carry some money on the wage budget, which affects the players that we go to bring in here because we don't want to blow the wage budget. So it puts restrictions on us inadvertently. So for me, I'm at the point we've got to go gung-ho, Jack. Get rid of this dead wood. It's been holding this squad back, to a large degree because, look, I get it. I get the frustrations towards the owners, 100%, when it comes to, being gung-ho about going after the squad. But with the business model that they operate under, that's why it's taken so long, because they want to try and do it that's the least costly way. At some point, if you've got ambition and you really want to go and win something, you've got to go, look, how much will you agree to cancel your contract? We're not giving you 100%. We'll put 60% on the table. Will you take it and off your pop? 9 times value that won't be 100% and move on. And that's what we've got to start doing. We've got to be ruthless. We're like, can't keep sitting here and letting these guys hold us back, hold our ambition back, because the reality is, as much as we look at others around this football club, great, but a lot of them squad players have not been good enough. When it comes to relying on the squad, it never works out. There's always a drop-off in everything that we do under every manager, regardless. So for me, it's important, just as important as getting these players out as it is getting them in. If you go gung-ho getting them out, it gives you more opportunity to build the squad quicker. So for me, it's symbiotic, Jack, but it's at the point where I think it's actually more important to clear them out so we can just clear the deadwood out so we can move forward as a fucking football club. But Dark Sun G's right. You have to have a really good summer window if we want to compete across the board. And I stress, you're also going to have to use some of the under-21s next season, so they have a big decision on who they loan out, who they don't. Because when you're playing in 4 competitions, your injuries goes up a lot more. Look at Newcastle's this season. There will come a point. So they've a very, very big summer of planning ahead.
Dark Sunji, it's been a great season with you, my friend. And Dave, I think, you bring out the best of Dave. Shawnee Maddox, great watch-alongs all season. Nice to go out with some positivity. Excited to see what happens with the summer transfers. Come on, you Spurs. Sean, that's very, very generous of you, my friend. Thanks for making the fan shows. Thanks for just being that extra member of the community now that I do feel like is a positive light in it. And you do make people, I think, feel more comfortable. You give people more of a, a friendly person to bounce off of in the chat as well as in our group chat. Just everywhere, Sean. I think, we're looking forward to seeing plenty more of you around with us. And I think so many of you guys, including yourself, but you guys are, nice people. And that's what, of course, we want to have in our communities. Just good people. We can have difference of opinions. We can have different ways of looking at things with Tottenham Hotspur, but we would like to have good people around us. And I think, Sean, you've been exactly that. Thanks for sticking through these watch-alongs throughout it. I bet it's been very toxic at times, very all over the place. Bet Dave and I have been red-faced and angry to, excited and over the top and delusional. And I bet you've found a good kick out of it. But appreciate you, sir. Dave, Sean, he's looking for an exciting summer window. I hope that he can be there with us because we'll need his help.
Well, look. First of all, Sean, I really appreciate the support over the course of the season. I really appreciate you taking an interest in the under-21s and the stuff that I've done around that this summer, or this season, by the way. It really means a lot to that degree. And look, thank you for getting on the... Look, when it comes to summer transfers, we need a big summer. I'd like to think that planning is already underway. We already know what we want to get rid of, what we want to bring in here. And hopefully we take that next step, Shawnee. Big summer ahead, and let's wait and see what happens. What I will say is, whether people choose to believe this or not, but Fabrizio Romano did say on his podcast yesterday that, Postecoglou wants to be a part of this rebuild. He's committed to it, and that the board realised that there needs to be a rebuild, and they're also going to go for it this summer. So let's wait and see what happens. But, we've gotten a here we go from Fabrizio Romano on it, so we'll wait and see.
Hopefully plenty of here we goes this summer, Shawnee Maddox. Thank you for your support throughout this campaign, sir. Hope to see you for the fan show as well. Maybe you might make an announcement about that actually at the end of the stream here for people that are still listening because, of course, Dave is on a very needed vacation. But I think we'll talk about that in just a second. Yeah. Rain Man says, a roller coaster season, but on reflection and quality compared to last summer. Thanks, both of you, for great content this season. Keep the youth vids, please. Dave, people are really showing the support and showing the love for your hard work when it comes to the Youth Academy. And I know that's been it's a passion of yours, so I think you would do it anyways, regardless of, people's feedback on it. But it's nice to see that people are showing that they are watching, showing you that they do care, showing you that they have been really liking it. So I'm glad that you get to see that. And Rain Man, thanks for a roller coaster of a summer, or a roller coaster of a season. Big up to you, sir.
I think this is turning into 100 ways to try and make Dave cry, but, I really appreciate that, Rain Man. Look, I enjoy it. I enjoy looking at all aspects of the club, and stuff like that. I enjoy engaging with the fans, difference of opinions and stuff like that. I don't have to agree with everybody to have, stuff like that. It's fine. But, I'm glad that people have took an interest into the under-21s. And I also think in a way, they've made people take the interest. It's not because what I've done. It's because of how good they've been. They've sort of made it's been hard to ignore them this season. So more credit to the boys, actually, rather than me. But I appreciate it. And don't worry, it ain't going anywhere. I'll be doing under-21s next year, watch-alongs. Plus, they'll be in Europe as well. So I'll be doing it to them. So, plenty to do here next season and plenty of coverage for them. Do not worry about that.
And hope to see you this summer for all the transfer-related videos, live streams, that sort of thing, Rain Man, to bring in even more quality this upcoming summer. Big up to you. Really appreciate your support. Jerry, member for 33 months as a Flat Cap member. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate your support over these years, sir. Honestly, like I said with James earlier, with James Watson, I feel like it's, a person that's probably been here even longer than I have. And he says, I couldn't get anger management or anger management next season. I feel feeling like I'm finding it hard to. Maybe he means like he just didn't want to get that fussed about what happened this year. He wasn't going to get that emotionally invested because he knew that it's going to be a project. He knows there are going to be the ups and downs, and he's saving maybe some of his more anger moments for next year, maybe is what he's saying, Jerry. And he's really looking forward to it, looks like, next season as well.
No, look, 100%. Look, I think to agree, every single one of us has probably needed a bit of anger management or whatever you want to call it this season. And, next season, hopefully it's a bit more cohesive, in terms of the football on the pitch, which I think in turn will make it a bit more of a lighter atmosphere around the place. Look, I'm really looking forward to next season, Jerry, and I cannot wait. And do you know what? My dream died at some point in this season winning the Premier League title, but as of tomorrow morning, it's resurrected, and I can't wait. Let's go.
Thank you for your support for these years, Jerry. A top man. Matthew Glesnek or Matthew Glenesk.
Big thumbs up.
With a big thumbs up and pointing to the sky. Thank you, Matthew. Also, as well, maybe pointing to the top of the table, seeing that Man City finished up there instead of Arsenal. Big up to you, Matthew. Thank you for your support,
big
sir.
Up, Matthew.
Hopefully you have enjoyed the watch-alongs this year.
Yeah.
And, thank you. Thank you for the donation, sir. And, hopefully you're feeling good after today. Big 3-0. We really needed it, Matthew. Really needed it. I do appreciate you just making sure I'm not missing anybody. But I think Dark Sun G, Nick was saying he's still looking good in that in the third kit. I bet you are, Nick. Hopefully you're wearing that one today. Dark Sun G says summer out. Summer departure should be Højbjerg, Tanguy Ndombele, Lo Celso, Brian Hill, Jed Spence, Joe Rodon, Davies, Sessegnon, Tanganga, and Reguilon. Incoming should be Gibbs White, Gibbs White, Kirkesh, or Ait Nouri or Robinson, Tony, Solanke, Jimenez, and then a center back. Totally agree with the Dark Sun G. Some people would probably add in a number 6 as well. It seems to be a very important position for Ange Postecoglou, but I must be honest, so many people in this fan base, Dark Sun G, really are set on a number 6. As much as I feel like it's more the forward line where we need our improvement and we need players that brought in ASAP. It's a big position that people seem to point out, so I think we have to respect that and see it where they're coming from. When it comes to the departures, Dark Sun G, it's what I was kind of alluding to earlier when I said, like, the Deadwood, right? There's still so much of it, weirdly, to get through. We've been doing this for so long now, and only so much of it really is Paratici's Deadwood. Yes, there are players like Brian Hill, Jed Spence, and guys like that maybe we have to get rid of, and Jed Spence is probably more of a Levy signing anyways. Still, though, like, it's Steve Hitchen, man. What did that guy do to our club, man? We just have so many people we need to get rid of. It's been like 3-4 years of this, Dark Sun G, of having to get rid of guys with Steve Hitchen, and I don't know, Dave. It's like, I don't know. It's like cleaning out a bathroom for like 7-8 hours or something. It's like watching one of those restoration videos where like it's just, complete muck and disgustingness, and it just gets turned into a pristine, polished room by the end of it. But you really have to go through like multiple cleanings and multiple, routines and everything. And that's what it feels like clearing out the work that Steve Hitchen did with our Deadwood.
I mean, it's disgusting. Steve Hitchen, Tanguy Ndombele, Giovanni Lo Celso, Rodon, Davies, Sessegnon, Tanganga, Reguilon. I mean, look, it's disgusting. You know what that guy done? Basically he paid premium price for shit quality. That's basically what he done. He walked into a pound shop and said, "I'll give you 500 quid for that picnic bar that you usually get 3 for 150 for." It's absolutely disgraceful, and we're still paying the price for it. But again, why haven't the board been quicker to accept to try and get these guys off the books a lot quicker? Yes, there hasn't been a lot of money around Europe and stuff like that. But like I said, you can pay them up, cut their contracts, and then let them go off and find a club or whatever else. Take it off of your hands. But we've got a big job to do. Not only do we have Deadwood in this squad to get rid of, we've also got a lot out on loan that we need to get rid of, which is quite concerning. So there's actually a lot more Deadwood to get rid of than what people think. And I don't want to just see a reduction in the numbers this season. I want them gone, Dark Sun G, over the course of this summer. A lot of these names, they haven't been good enough. So why, if they're not good enough, why aren't we doing all we can to get rid of them? Why are we just loaning them out and stuff like that? Because all it does is next summer comes around, Ange has to bring them in. He has to let them train with the first team. He has to bring them on pre-season tour, and it does nobody any good. All it serves is one big mighty distraction. So for me, we've got to get it done this summer, Dark Sun G. Get them out so we can bring the new faces in.
Then also, Dave, Eze, I'm going to go one by one here. Number 10, Eze or Gibbs White, if you had a choice.
Oh, if I had a choice, I really like both of them.
Yeah, that's hard to say no to either.
Eze.
I might go Eze as well. Love Gibbs White, though. I've come full
I
circle
love
on
him.
him, Dark Sun G. I've come full circle. Kirkesh, I know you love him, Dave. Between those three left backs, would that be your choice? Kirkesh?
I really like Robinson as well, to a large degree. To be honest, I'd go Robinson over Kirkesh, but don't sleep on Kirkesh.
Don't sleep on Kirkesh, says Dave. I'm going to go Ait Nuri, Solanke, Tony, or Jimenez of those choices.
Tony.
I'm going to go Solanke. Dark Sun G. Looks like Dave and I might have a few disagreements maybe this summer.
We'll
Looking
have to have
forward
an
to that.
argument now, Jack. Put them up.
It's gonna be fun this summer, Dark Sun G. Pick up. Really, I like that. I'll try to do that more often in a sort of a game like that. Dark Sun G says Marcus Edwards, Nico Williams, Semenyo, and Buemo for left wing or right wing. I really like a lot of those suggestions, Dark Sun G. I think Marcus Edwards has actually been doing quite well for a time at Sporting. I understand like it's the Portuguese league, but so many good players have actually come out of that league and have done really well in the Premier League, so I wouldn't sleep on it too much over there. And we know that Ruben Amorim, a very good manager, I think his system really depends on his wingers as well. So I think Marcus Edwards has probably learned a lot playing out there. Nico Williams, for me, I just think he's brilliant, and I think he really would be so effective in this system. He specializes in taking on his man and just creating havoc and getting balls into the box. Semenyo, Dave put me on Semenyo this year. I think he's a smooth operator. I think he's very, very cool to watch. Just very smooth, silky, has that sort of class about him, makes everything look kind of easy, and has a good finish on him, very two-footed. And last but not least, in Buemo, somebody who I've also had an appreciation for, who I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get a move like that to Tottenham, but he is good, and he's better than what we have right now on the wings, especially at the right wing. I just wonder, though, if he's ever going to get that move to a club like a Spurs or something like that. Maybe one day he will, but I do wonder if that will happen sometime soon. He's a very effective winger. It also has a very good finish on him.
Semenyo, I really like Semenyo. I love how direct he is. I love how much trouble he causes. Look, with Marcus Edwards, I don't think the club will go back and, bring him back to Tottenham, considering he chose to leave and stuff like that. So I think there might be a bit previous there that might keep the club away from him. Because if we wanted Marcus Edwards, we would have already pulled him out of Sporting by now when we went for Borough.
Mm-hmm. And Roosper, big up to you, Roosper. I love the name. Thanks for all the hard work, lads. Love your work. Seeing the boys in a few days in Melbourne. Come on, you Spurs. I'm so glad you get to do that, Roosper. Like I said earlier, I do feel like us fans from outside of the UK, we only get so many opportunities to see our boys actually up in person, right? Instead of on a TV or instead of at a pub or something like that. And it really is special, and I hope you get to experience it to the fullest. I heard the stadium isn't exactly the best for the for the viewing experience, but hopefully you get somewhere up close at one point and you get to get up close to Ange and the players. If you get there early enough, you might be able to watch a bit of training if they let you in inside, nice and early. But I do hope that you get to enjoy it. And as much as sometimes us fans, or I don't know, maybe people who get to watch Spurs on a regular basis, they might not care that much about these games, right after the season, these friendlies. But me personally, as an American, as a Yank, I've really cherished those in the past. I was able to see Spurs once at, like I said, a Seattle Sounders sort of game or whatever it was. I was super young, but I did get to see them play then, and I actually cherished that. That was the only opportunity I ever had until I was able to see them up close in person, going to London. So I do hope you get to enjoy yourself, Roosper. And thanks for the support. Really, very, very generous.
No, I really appreciate it, my man. Big yourself up, Roosper. Look, what I will say is there's probably going to be a lot made out of this game in the build-up to it. Is it right for the players? It's all about commercial, etc., etc. What I'll say is, fuck all that. Completely forget about it. You go and enjoy your dates. You're playing, Plus, you've got Ange Postecoglou. So get down there, enjoy yourself, create a really good atmosphere for the boys, and have a great day out. And you know what? I hope you get the weather for it as well. But just telling you now, there'll probably be a bit of noise around it. Just completely ignore it. and go about your day. Like Jack said, it's special when you're a club, because, there's a lot of us worldwide fans. We're not blessed. We don't get to go there every single week, or every 2 weeks for the home games, because of where we live and stuff like that. So, it's nice when the team's in your country and that you get to go and see them. Okay, it's not in the ideal environments. It's not a Premier League game and stuff like that, but you get to see the warm-up. You get to see some of your favourite players who give you joy, give you great moments during the season, live in front of you. Go and enjoy it, and I do hope that the players give a lot of access to the fans, meets and greets and stuff like that. Hopefully you get good interaction with them now. Big yourself up, Bruce Burr.
And Keith Edwards says, keep up the good work, Dave and Jack. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you, Keith. Really appreciated your support throughout this season. It's been a long one, Keith. We're through. We're all in one piece somehow, all in one piece after it. Yet again, we've made it out alive. And we're looking forward to another summer of rebuilding, a summer of cleaning things up, trying to become a better club, trying to become a better team and a better squad so that we can get to that promised land of challenging for trophies, getting that monkey off our back. We just want to be there, Keith Edwards, one day. And we'll suffer through these watch-alongs one piece at a time in order to get there. Big up, Keith. Appreciate you. Thanks for your hard work and suffering watching us, because I bet it can be a suffer at times. I bet it can be. Thanks for suffering through us. But everybody, such a good season. I mean, it was roller coaster plenty of times, but I really have appreciated this season with all of you. Wemberley says as well, thanks for the season, guys. You're the best of the Spurs channels as ever. Now it's down to Levy. Yep, it's Levy summer. People say hot girl summer. I think it's hot Levy summer. Wemberley, once again, we'll see what Levy gets to do. We'll see what Levy has prepared for us, what he has cooked up. He's gonna have a lot of hard work ahead of him. He's got to open up that wallet, start opening up the accounts, give Ange the keys, that sort of thing. It's that conversation. I'm looking forward to it. It's a transition we always have to make into the summer. Plenty of times we're not really looking forward to it, but this one could be really exciting, and this one has a lot of promise. So I hope it delivers. And thank you for a terrific season. But Dave, I was kind of in the middle of, just trying to thank everybody for, the season. Would you like to start?
Yeah, look, it's been a season that's been a roller coaster. We've had some great highs earlier on this season, and then we've had some real lows, some of the games towards the back end of the season. And you know what? There's been a lot of times where tensions have been high. But, we all have good conversations, debate. We can agree to disagree and stuff like that. And you guys never take it too personal or too over the top and stuff like that. And I really appreciate you. But most importantly, look, I know I get a bit emotional sometimes towards the ends of the season and stuff like that, but the reality is life can change very, very quickly. You never know who you're going to see next season or over the course of the summer and stuff like that. So, I really do appreciate every single one of your support. This channel has completely changed my life. Every day I get up in the morning, it gives me a purpose, and that's all because of you guys out there. Your relentless support, the amount of messages we get. You're the best channel, really appreciate everything you do and stuff like that. I don't take it for granted at all. I know how blessed me and Jack are to have you guys behind us. And, with you guys behind us, anything is possible. One last thing I will say is to maybe bring in Wembley one super chat here, Jack, is Ange Postecoglou has shown what his ambition is. The fans have shown what their ambition is. It's over to the board this summer. Let's see what their ambition is. Guys, thank you very much. Come on, you bloody Spurs.
Summer of ambition, everyone. Summer of ambition. Let's hope so. Words from me. Just want to say you guys all rock. I think this has been a great season where I think I've always connected really deeply and closely to you guys, but I think even more people have joined us this year. Even more people have come in and called in on fan shows, messaged us, been with us, through the roller coasters and through the tough times in the chat. And I think we've had a fun season of just trying to get through it. Yes, we've had some tough moments. Yes, we've had some bad times, but I think it has been, a fun season of at least riding through these challenges together. I think what we do well over here is we take the lows when they come. We don't just pretend they're not there, but when the highs come again, I think we do know how to celebrate them, and we do know how to enjoy them together as a fan base. And also we do such a great job here, I think, as well, of just seeing where different people come from different lengths of their opinions on the Spurs, because it's a mess of a club at times. It can be messes of situations that we create for ourselves. Oftentimes, I don't think there is anywhere close to there being a perfect answer or a right answer to getting to the bottom of it, or what's the real issue or anything like that. And I think we all do a great job here of just seeing where people come from, listening to each other, and yeah, just going through this journey together as Spurs fans. It's already hard enough, being a Spurs fan. I think you guys make it much, much better, make it much easier for ourselves. And I think it's been a great year. I mean, not much, we're pretty dramaless over here, I think, on this channel and things like that. And that's also thanks to you guys, because Dave and I, right, we can be pretty fiery. We can have, pretty hot opinions. We can poke the hornet's nest. And you guys have kept it very civil, very enjoyable. Just, that's what I'd like to say. You guys keep hold up the standards. You guys hold up the behavior. You guys hold up, sort of the way we all behave and the way we all act with each other. And I think you guys make this community a great place for that. Thank you, guys.
Well, these are all legends. You're going to make me cry. You're going to make me cry. You accept us for all our flaws and everything. Absolute legends. Big yourselves up. Really do. But honestly, don't go anywhere. Although the season's ending, we ain't going anywhere over the summer. We're just changing course of direction. We're going to be focused on transfers. Stay tuned for it.
Stay tuned. We'll make some final announcements here, and then I think we'll wrap things up. Shem Tan says, thanks for all of your hard work, Jack and Dave. You guys are great. Shem, you're great. I also, it's hilarious that, who is it? Jose told us that you still give him the Lo Celso banter, which I thought is brilliant, Shem. Well done to you, sir. Well done to you. I'm very proud of you and very thankful that someone is. Big up, Shem. And thanks for all of your messages, all of your pre-match stuff before the season. Absolutely great. What's the story, too, Dave? Saying, lads, thank you for a fabulous season of Spurs content and amazing analysis of all things football. Excellent. That latter part, I'm very surprised that you even said. I think we'll try to give you good Spurs content. I'm not sure if we can provide an amazing analysis ever, Mr. Harris, but that's very nice of you, being very generous to us. But yes, Dave, announcements. Maybe first one I'll say is watch-alongs not going anywhere. Of course, Spurs watch-alongs are. Like, the Spurs won't be playing. There isn't really much of another opportunity to see them. We'll try to figure out something for the Newcastle game. I might have to get up at super crazy o'clock in order to do it. We'll see if that goes well. But we only have, the Euros and the Champions League and the FA Cup final and things like that. We are going to be doing that on a new platform, Tifo. We, of course, made an announcement about it in the community section in a previous watch-along. Not going to go super in-depth about it, but just want to remind you guys that we are going to be on that platform lots of times over this upcoming summer, watching really good Euros games, watching plenty of, remaining Cup finals, things like that. And if you do watch plenty of those games, I imagine you do, watch them with us. Similar vibes, of course, to here. Dave and I maybe aren't as stressed out at halftime watching our own teams, and maybe even more laughs and even more good banter and back and forth, as you guys probably do enjoy. And so just giving you guys a big, big reminder, we are going to be on that platform. We'll put some links out for you guys in the community section. I might do one just now when I get a chance, but if you go back in the community section, that sort of thing, you can see some of our links to that and join that platform, and it would really help us out because that's where we're going to be taking our watch-alongs to in the future this summer. But Dave, unless you had something else to say on that, did you have an announcement about maybe the fan show? And there might have been another thing that we wanted to talk about before we wrapped up, because I think you're going to be gone starting tomorrow, right?
So your boy's going to be in shorts and t-shirt with the sunshades on over in Manchester for 3 days. Starting, I'm actually flying out at 5:30 in the morning, so an early one for me. I think it'd be unfair to put Jack through the fan show on his own, because end of season fan shows can usually go on for about 5 hours, and trust me, it is a long ask for someone to sit there for 5 hours and do the comments, all of the talking. Like, you guys see me there last Sunday. I've done 2 watch-alongs. By the end of it, I couldn't speak, and that was less than 5 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to delay it until the following Monday if everyone's okay with that. Usually we'd be straight into the fan show and the season content, but all that is being pushed back, by a week or by a few days, because your boy does need a well-needed break. So I do apologise on that regard. That's what's happening with the fan show. Not this Monday, the following Monday.
And then, am I forgetting another announcement before? Is there something else?
Yeah, I think you wanted to call me your hero or legend or something like that, Jack. No, I'm only messing. But look, lastly, also, guys, massive thank you to Jack this season, up and down, being here through my side, through thick and thin, all season long as well, which I do really appreciate, and he puts a lot of work into this channel. It's behind the scenes and stuff like that. So everyone, big bravo to
nice.
Jack. Well done on that. Any other announcements? If they come to us, we'll get back with them. Just keep an eye out in the community section. But guys, go and have a nice day off. Go and have a nice evening. Enjoy yourself tomorrow, and we'll get back into the transfer season as soon as I'm back.
Love that. Thank you, Bjorn Wendell, as well. Throwing in a thank you, Dave and Jack. Thank you, Bjorn. Really appreciate you over this season. I've always seen you in the chat riding through these crazy roller coasters with us, so I do appreciate you, sir. But yeah, I thought there was maybe a third thing that we wanted to say. I'll probably remember it for another time. But yes, everybody, fan show looks like we're moving it to another day, so look out for that next Monday, not this upcoming one, but the following one. And then also, watch alongs not going anywhere. They are going to be on a different platform, though, so we really would appreciate you guys joining us over for that. But yeah, I can't remember the third one. So, yellow card, leave it for another time. But really have appreciated this season with you guys. We'll see you, I think I might do a Twitter React solo or something like that, maybe to look at, sort of how people have responded. But
it'd be a good one.
3-0, win to the season. We'll take it. We love it. We'll see you for the summer. Please, everybody, don't go anywhere. We're doing plenty of stuff over the summer, and we really would like you to be there with us to see the building of the Sanj project. But yeah, Dave, I think we'll leave it there. Big come on, you Spurs. In the Ange we trust. Summer ahead. Let's look forward to it. We'll see everybody.
Love all you fuckers.